Okay, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Second stream this week. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are we vibing? I guess it's a vibe check. Is it a vibe check? You could call it a vibe check. You could call a great deal of things a vibe check. If you're me, you could call basically anything a vibe check, and I will, and I do, because everything relates back to vibes. This is my philosophy. It's the philosophy of vibism. Actually. Hello, how are you? Welcome to stream. Is Tench here? No, Tench came and Tench left again. Tench checked up on me, might still be in the room, and decided we're doing fine enough. It's okay, doesn't matter. Is good. Hi, Purple. Hello, Fnordy. That is like the most howdy partner way of saying the name, I think. Zecke, how we doing, partner? That sort of thing. Yes. I think that is where that comes from. Or at least I've decided that is where that comes from. Oh my god, Purple, you're so glad that Twitter is finally able to transition. Oh my god. Well, I think Twitter has been quite detrimental for the community, and I don't know if I'm able to accept her with open arms like that. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about it. Anyway, hello. Hi, Wheatbush. Hi. Theo, hello. Fun news. Microsoft is suing Zitter. Don't call it Zitter. Zitter is really bad. Every other pronunciation of X is even worse. Anarcho-vibism. That's my politics. Yep. You're socialist? No, I'm an anarcho-vibist, actually. Get it right. Thank you. What are they suing for exactly? I mean, okay, maybe I should look that up. You cannot just explain that in chat, I guess. The X? For, like, Xbox, I guess? But they can't copyright X, that's like a letter. I don't know. Check the vibes. Vibes checked. Vibe check. Mr. Vibism, founder of Vibism. Yeah. Also, hello to the bot, of course, obviously, as you got. X to doubt. Yeah, I am a little bit doubtful about the claims of suing, but he's running into other legal problems. I have a little bit of stuff prepared, obviously, to look at. One of them being Elon Musk trying to take down the old Twitter logo off of the building, but not paying for the permits to do so, and the whole operation being shut down. You know, the usual. What you do when you're a fucking super rich CEO of a company. Not anything can be copyrighted. I don't think anything can be copyrighted. Like, you couldn't copyright a wildly known idea, and I don't think that you could copyright an X. I legitimately do not think so. Also, it's the Xbox. If they copyright anything, it would have been the Xbox, no? Hello, Chris. Hi, Nessie. Welcome. Hi, Thal. Welcome to stream. What stupidity did Elon do this time? Oh, all of it. He's like, oh, can I do this, that, the other? No. All of it. Something tells me Twitter is not. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the vibe too. I'm kind of getting that vibe. You know, usually I'd be worried about being cancelled on Twitter for such an ignorant statement, but Twitter is dead, and something called X is there. So you can't be cancelled on Twitter anymore. You can only be cancelled on X. And if you say you've been cancelled on X, like, does that mean that Rev, for instance, people who make, does that mean the term Twitter freaks is gone now because it doesn't exist anymore? Does that mean that? Are they gonna call them X freaks? I don't think so, because X freaks, now that sounds actually quite freaky, but like almost in a cool way, freaky enough to be freaky in a cool way almost. You've been cancelled. But that sounds like it has something to do with Xander Hall. How does Zan feel about that? I want to know how Zan feels about the fucking X. Because that's like his brand. His brand is X, kind of. Oh my god. Hi, Will. Welcome. I remember Professor tried to copyright scrolls, or scroll. Well, but tried is in there, so I don't think that worked out very well. Probably. Elon is so fucking dumb. It is unreal. Yeah, it is unreal. It helps it helps raise your self-esteem. That's good. You know, he has a positive impact on you specifically by raising your self-esteem, by being so dumb that anybody can feel smart in comparison. That's pretty good. He made a segment about it. Yeah, I bet. Of course. I mean, first of all, you're gonna want to talk about it anyway, because, you know, it's the news of the week. The internet news of the week anyway is definitely Twitter. Well, X, you know, whatever. But it's literally his thing. Ref will be running out of material. AKA stop getting tweets with like 2 likes to make a whole video about it. No, but like the tweets still exist. But what if it actually burns? What's he gonna do then? Well, what are we all gonna do then is the question. I mean, I'm on Blue Sky now. I got a Blue Sky account. And, you know, there's some content over there. Not a shit ton of content. Did you know you couldn't do videos on Blue Sky? I recently figured out that you can't do videos on Blue Sky. I don't even think I don't know if GIFs work. Okay, I didn't try to upload a GIF. Maybe GIFs would work, but maybe GIFs would not work. Maybe they wouldn't animate. Maybe they would just be a static image. But Blue Sky doesn't do video. I found out. Corporations would copyright claim our names if they could. They're evil. If they could, but they can't, and that's a good thing, you know? Wait, you have Discord and Rule 34. Those are your most frequented? Really? Okay. Ref is probably dying right now, knowing his supply of Twitter users to hate is dwindling. It's very sad, you know? Our man's gonna be starving. I mean, recently he started covering articles, I guess, so maybe he's expanding his horizons. It hasn't gone very well for him, but, you know, he can try. He can try his best to try and keep up, I suppose. I mean, I just mixed up X and Z. I think X and Z. Now, this is a personal opinion take, and maybe this is me going out on a limb, but I think X as well as Z are pretty cool letters. I do like the letter X. I think it's pretty cool. If you have an X in your name, like Xavier, if your name is Xavier, that's a pretty cool name. I like the general vibe of the letter X. That's how far I can go along with Elon. I can understand Elon as insofar that the letter X is pretty cool. Now, would I have changed the Twitter logo to an X? No, I think I could have refrained from doing that. Xavier makes you think of Xavier Renegade Angel. Who or what is that? GIFs should work. I think those are not meant to be streamed after all. I don't know. Really? Xavier? Like the singer? Oh, no. No, not like the singer. The singer. Xavier like the singer. Not like the singer, but just like X names are kind of cool. I don't know. They don't need to be at the start of the name, but like generally the letter X is kind of funky with it. Maybe not in English primarily, but like in general. It's a trip. It's a wild show. I don't know about it. A xenomorph? Xenomorph? Letter ranking stream. I have opinions. I could do that. How long do you think that would take? I mean, our docket is okay full, but I feel like we might get through the stuff pretty quickly. Is there a letter tier list on the internet? I mean, create an alphabet tier list. I always forget how short our fucking alphabet is. Is that really all? Jesus fucking Christ. Is that all? Our alphabet is not that long. I forget. They don't have SZ on here, but yeah, SZ is obviously the best. And we're not doing umlauts, we're just doing basic English alphabet. So, obviously, I don't know if we should. It would be a little bit confusing to keep the letter ranking at the side, but we'll just keep it up. I like Z, I like X. X and Z are cool. Obviously, I like Z and X. They're very good. We're doing it. Fuck it. We're doing it. Now, the definition of mid is obviously A. A is the definition of mid. Obviously. Naturally. A goes in A tier. We can't start doing this. We cannot start. However, B does go in B tier. B is a B level letter, obviously. I have Elon level taste. Oh, that's such an insult. How dare you? Don't be mean to me like this on such a like major level. Also, C also goes up there. Any letter that's like S. Am I just gonna spell my name in the fucking S tier? No, I don't think any vowel goes in S though. What's the best vowel? I think the best vowel is U. So we should probably put that in A tier, I think. Yeah. Are we playing Scrabble here? It kind of looks like that would be a fucked game of Scrabble right there, isn't it? Now S, put I is on double S. No, I is not on double S. I is like a bit above mid. I kind of like I because it's a word also. That's kind of cool. But vowels will not place in double S tier. I guess you only places an I because it's the best vowel. An A because it's getting a little hard to talk about because it's the best vowel. But, you know, E is also the definition of mid. You know why? Because it's in every fucking word. E is the most used letter in English, so I don't like that. Looks like my name. Ian is safe. Ian! Let's go. D is, I feel like D is pretty mid as well. I don't, S and double S, I mean, S is kind of good with it. I kind of like S, but I don't know, I don't think it's double S level. I think it's A level. Us. It spells out us. The xenomorph's full categorization is xenomorph XX121. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Now F, I feel like F is not that good. Wait, is F good? No, F is not that good because F and P, like, you could also spell it with a PH instead. No, F is not that good. Do I have any letters that I hate is the real question, I guess. I mean, do I have letters? Us bi. We are bi. Let's go. Us bi. Do I have letters that I hate? I don't really like W, but I don't think I hate it enough to put it in F tier. W is not great. It's not like the worst ever, so I guess I can't put it in F tier. I don't think I have an F tier letter. You hate H, not gonna lie. H has... Yeah, H isn't great. H is definitely not a good one. Yeah. Maybe even hateable. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I also don't well, J is circumstantial. It kind of depends, but J is not the best either. We can put that to D, probably. Yeah. Q, I'm super split on Q. F is a strong letter, like fuck. True, it has a good usage there, but I think the thing that makes fuck a good word is the uck and not the F. Suck is a similarly good word, like fuck. And not because, and not, so like the first letter is not the important part, the K, the CK. By the way, talking about K, A tier letter. It's good. It's a good letter. Oh my god, we almost have Musk. Well, M is not an A tier letter, so there we go. We're putting Hans on the lower tier. Well, I mean, Hans is a Germanish name, I guess, but like, the H doesn't do it for me. It really depends with the J and the G and everything. It depends a lot on your language. I mean, we're speaking about English here, so yeah. What do you do with G in English? Gigantic. Yeah, it's mid, I guess. I would put it in mid, probably. Yeah. M is also mid, isn't it? Like, no, yeah, there's hardly any M words that go hard. You are right. Oh, Jesus, that sounds phonetically challenging sentence. Yeah, M is definitely mid. M does not inspire great confidence. N is a bit better than M. N is we made bin, by the way. That's a word. N is a bit better than M. But not, okay, matriarch. Matriarch kind of goes hard. Matriarch is a nice word, but like hardly any, you know? Mom doesn't go hard. Mom may be like an okay word, but it doesn't go hard. Also, mesmerize. Mesmerize has some funky aspects to it, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I'm still thinking about Q, though, because I think I like Q. I think I do like Q. Like quest. Don't tell me you don't like quest. Query. Q. Like the word Q. No, mommy goes hard. Depending on who you are, that may be true. I think I like Q, but how much do I like Q is the question. Is it like a double S letter? No. Is it an A letter? Yeah. I think it can be an A letter. Quack? Quack? Quack is great. What do you mean? Q is good. Q. Take goes Q. Oh, jeez. Q is good. Q is in. I want some Q. Give me Q right now. Q is A. I think Q is A. Yeah, Q is A. Q is good. Because just saying it is good for, like, I'm going mostly by, like, vibes. And Q is a good vibe. Now, L has a lot of funky, like, Lily. No, wait, I said that and I don't like it. Immediately turned off by it. Okay, never mind. We're putting it in. I like names that start with L, but not necessarily in English a lot, I guess. L's theme starts. Now that's good. That's good. Take a Q and unconfirmed. I guess we confirmed it. Maybe it's a mid letter. Because it's like 50-50 for me. L names, really good. Banger. The greatest there ever have been. Now, not necessarily all the time though. And it's not that great. But what about LOL? LOL is pretty good. Now, I immediately made the association with League of Legends, so technically it has to drop a little bit lower once again. It kind of take the L, yeah. I guess that is that is what will happen with us here. yeah, we kind of have to see this in this. They often work in association with each other, right? These letters, but we're trying to just look at them as they are. O is not that good. I'm not a big fan of it. In and of itself, O alone? Oppenheimer goes hard, but that's because of the P's, isn't it? L is above W. Makes sense. Yes. For me, yes. I like W combinations, but W in and of itself, generally not the best. League of Legends, okay, drop it to the bottom. Oh, whoa, goes hard as fuck, but yet we cannot look at this in context with each other too much. That'll just confuse you. P is good. P is good, but is P very good or is P just normal good? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I kind of vibe with that. Yeah, that's a good thing. Q and P can be next to each other. They're pretty good. They're both good. I like, what we're learning is that I like hard consonants. I think we know that. P is better than B. Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. You are right, and you should say it. P is better than B, so it must go above the B tier. It's an A. P is A, obviously. Time to make Morgana proud. Have fun, everyone. Good. Have a good sleep. Good night. You have a big day ahead of you, as I know, since obviously we all do. Always. R is. We're talking about the English language here technically, so R is bad in the context of the English language specifically. Any other language, I'd go harder for R than I would for English. But in English, R is really bad. It's not good. I don't recommend it. Like, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. R is not, no, I don't like the R. It can't, again, in combination with certain other consonants, it might be better, but no, for English, it's not good. In German, the R would be higher, but this is English that we're talking about, and you just hear me say it. This is the R. The fuck is that? It's bad is what it is, okay? It's bad is what it is. I don't like it. It goes down there. Now, we could do the funniest thing, but T is not that bad. we could put HRT and FTR. We're not gonna do that, though, because T is obviously, it's gonna be one of these, and I think it's probably gonna be A tier. T is good. T is very good. We could spell Tusk, for instance. Funny how B is just bin. B is bin. And that's what it will probably stay, because V and Y are left. Ooh, V and Y. Rolling R in German. Adam entered the chat. No, but I just like the accent, okay? I like the accent. Can't have T without T. True. And that makes it pretty good. I like T. Good. Phonetically, nice. The V is a better W. A much better W, at least in English. See, it's Anglo-centric. We're trying to look at this from a perspective from English speaking. I think it. I'm a bit torn about the V. Honestly, I'm a little bit torn about the V. Hello, Lord Peace. Welcome. We're doing important research right now. I do like the V, but not like a lot. So I guess it goes into the mid tier. It's not like a mid letter necessarily, but I don't like it enough to put it any higher, and I don't hate it enough to put it any lower. Yeah. Now, Y. What do I do? It's like putting buy in the bin. I did. V is one of those neat letters. I feel like V can be pretty good. But like, do I love it though? Do I love V? Now that I think about it, not that much. Why? Yeah, why? Where are we gonna put Y? See, if this was German, Y would go into the trash, because in German, Y, we use that for like one word, and that's yogurt. No, we don't even use that for fucking yogurt. We just use J for everything. What the fuck do we use Y for in German at all? Nothing, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, for like Ü purposes. That's something. Y is way different in German. But in English, I like Y. Y is good. Why is elitär? You don't need it. Xylophone. Oh, xylophone. And also phony. It can be an E. It becomes E at the end. It's yogurt. I love yogurt. Y is a lot. I feel like Y could honestly be at the top of the pyramid. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of Y. Now, this is the only not like, well, I guess U is up there as well somehow, but yeah, Y is good. I can vibe with Y. Y, Jesus, this is getting a little bit tough. Y in English is very versatile. I can vibe with it. X, X, Y, Z, and C for some reason. So this is the, there it is. We have a backwards alphabet. Kind of, yes, wait, we could, yeah. We could just put it backwards around too. Xylophone, cyclone, they're so good. They're great. Of course, the XYZ letters and C. They're good. They're good letters. I like them. They're funky. I do like them. So now that we've gotten this out of the way, which very important research, good thing that we did that. I'm glad we've gathered here today in order to talk about the letters of the alphabet and which ones are obviously the best. We should make this the new alphabet, by the way. This is gonna be hard. Z, Y, Z, C, T, U, S, K, Q, P, B, I, N, A. That's not, is that the E, D, G, M, L, V, F, J, O, W, H, R? Now you know your ABCs. Won't you come and sing with me? Here. Teaching you this wise reactionary. How dare you? How dare you? Fun fact. Z is the name of a town in California. I should move to Z, or however you pronounce it. I would go with Z. So now that we know all of this provides ample context for our coverage of the Twitter name change. So you know that I'm biased. I wanted to show you this in order to tell you that I am biased towards the letter X. It's cool. X, I, Y, Z, C. Z is the word. Z or Z. I mean, if you do Z, it might be a little bit easier, but Z, C, God. These two after each other, if you want to spell it out, bad time. Now uppercase letters? Oh, but I wasn't really going for visuals as much. I was more going for sound. If I went for visuals, I think some of these might change a little bit, but, you know, the top might still stay the same. But yes, we should do uppercase letters next. Very important. Now you know that I'm biased. Oh, I have a meme from last week still. This is the docket for today. We're gonna go talk about a couple of things. XD is the best though. XD is the best letter combination. We should do like letter combinations next. That would be a long tier list. Tiger, sighted in Berlin. This is a reference to the lioness that was supposedly sighted in Berlin. It wasn't a lioness. Apparently, it was a boar. I still think the video looks like a fucking lion. I don't see how it's a boar, but if it was a lion, somebody would be missing a lion, wouldn't they? So yeah. Now they have a tiger problem next. This is getting out of hand. Berlin is getting very unsafe, you guys. Big cities, very unsafe. You should look out for that one, okay? Good. Stay on guard, okay? That's the California government for you. I live here and I don't even know Germany conquered us. Passiert. Die Löwenverschwörung. Indeed. It was like a whole conspiracy, I guess. I didn't even put a little check mark next to my Twitter thing. I want to tell you the general docket first. So, Twitter is now X and it looks like ass. It does. It's on my fucking tabs and I hate it. It just looks really bad. Like, it's not a good design idea. No matter how much I like the letter X, I'm never gonna like this design idea. Then we have some VTuber news. Mr. Rias is quitting. And Nusagi made a video about it. So it's the title is very inflammatory, so I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Hello, Elizabeth, welcome. We have Friedrich Merz. Friedrich Merz is a man who exists, and that makes me sad. And that is a segment that we have. How are you doing today? Pretty good. I also put a positive video on the docket. I want to watch the Anthony Padilla Chris video together with you. I hate the new Twitter rebrand. Hi, how are you doing? Me too. Also, I'm doing very well. I made an alphabet tier list in order to display my biases towards the letter X and against HR, I guess, and W too. Yeah. Merz is a real problem, and he's made a couple of statements. I have a DW article, German article, and a meme, and a tweet. So we have the whole lineup. Then after the video, I don't know how much time we'll have after the video, we could talk about the Israel news. Apparently they're getting rid of democracy now. Great, good stuff happening down there. Another DW article. And do we want to talk about utilitarianism? I saw a TikTok yesterday night that made a very weird argument that I would like to argue against, but I'm not at all an expert in this. Very, very extremely new to this specifically, so maybe we can talk about it. I would kind of like to talk about it, but we'll get there when we get to it. Nichi-sanji is murdering all their Fox VTubers. True! What the fuck's that about? What do they have against Fox VTubers? So sad. I mean, Nichi-sanji is doing a couple of things. Yeah, the meme illustrates this point quite nicely. Once we get to that. The most valuable part about Twitter is its brand. Musk rebranding it is such a smooth brain move. Literally squandered 44 billion for nothing. They're anti-Fox. See, you could never join. You should never join. You should generally also never join. It's not a good idea, I think. They seem to be pretty bad when it comes to management and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Twitter, I don't know what the fuck that idea was. This was the first article. This was an article that just showed you the general process. That's what I wanted to show you. Once they load. There you go. Did they say something about birds in this loading screen? I didn't even see that. So oh my god, he changed his fucking profile picture to X as well. And he has a little X behind him now. I think that's new, isn't it? It looks so bad. This is what my fucking browser looks like. It has this little square. If it was round, I think I would be like slightly more okay with it. Obviously, that's not optimal space usage for an X. But the fucking square with the X on it looks so bad. And my fucking like tab bar, I absolutely despise it. Which is currently worse, Nichi-sanji or Twitter? Whoops, I mean, of course, Nichi-sanji or X. A good question. It's a tough one. I am. Thank you for noticing. It's a tough competition, you know? He's so quirky. Randomly, well, okay, I don't know what time zone it was, but I think it was in the middle of the night for him too, because for me it was 6 a.m. He tweets, and soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. Who makes these decisions so randomly? I don't know. Yes, X videos, of course. Obviously, X videos. What other site could it be? High courts. If a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make it go live worldwide tomorrow. He just outsourced this to literally anybody. It's like, just, draft me up an X logo. Also, not paid. Nobody was paid to do this. Again, great. This tweet is something we'll come back to, like, immediately. Like this, but X. I guess this is his I have a custom Twitter logo, too, on my phone. Wait, I can give you a screenshot of that, maybe. I can give you a screenshot of my phone. Sure, why not? And I can show you how my Twitter logo still has the bird, because I custom made my whole home screen, which took 7 million years, by the way. I put a nice picture in the Discord too. Okay, I'll check it out. I will check it out. I've been good. Thank you, PJ. Hello. He's like this, but X, to embody the imperfections in us all that make us unique. Bro, why is he I'm 13 and this is deep posting on Twitter all the time? What the fuck? Yeah, this piece of art symbolizes the imperfections in us all that make us unique, or something, I guess. Before I show you anything else, I want to real quickly, I think this one should be the correct... Oh, the loading thing was an X. Ew, gross, what the fuck? I will show you that they literally did that as literally as possible. They just took this icon, this app icon was taken, and then they just slapped the square X on it. But they didn't make a new one with like the sort of background like that or anything. They just took this exact existing app icon and slapped the X on it, but with the black outline around it. They didn't even like make one where they couldn't put their little transparent logo on it. It's so bad. It is so cheap. This was done in like a second. This took not even 5 minutes. It's great. It's amazing. So fucking funny when I noticed this, because I hadn't seen... Wait, whoops, wrong tab. They're all black. I hate it in my fucking tab bar. I hadn't seen this tweet before, but then this tweet made a lot more sense. This is so comedically bad. Yeah, that fucking... Anyone could have done better. My dog, who can barely use a smartphone, he sometimes taps stuff on accident. He could do better. Anybody could do better. Oh, Jesus. XXXX. There's so many fucking X's here. Wait, I can show you. Cool website. Fucking idiot. XXXX. Xscribe? No. No. XXXXX. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. That's gonna be a good setup once we find it. Yeah. I definitely love that. Love where it's heading. I don't know which fucking tabs to click on anymore. I have my muscle memory trained on the little blue bird, and now it's ugly and bad. Xscribe has to. Yeah, I bet that's not real yet. It's not real yet, but honestly, I wouldn't be subscribed. Jesus, I wouldn't be surprised if it was coming. Somebody wanted to replace the like or the little heart symbol with an X as well, which doesn't make any sense. Doesn't even, like, image-wise doesn't even make sense. I will show you my background. Don't laugh. Wait, I need to actually save it and then open it in the browser first. So I will show you my phone background. I'm not obsessive. You are. I love just preambling this like that. And yeah, obviously it's art that I made. And this is my Twitter app. Because I have custom little thingies for my thingies. So they look funky and colorful and cool. And I made them all myself. The background is not Hassan, don't worry. Nope, it's Mosh, of course. Every joke came true up to now. It's literally true. It's literally true. So my Twitter still looks like that because I custom made it. Same with every single one of these. They're all custom made by me, for me. So there you go. Funky100, thank you. How do you do that? The custom thing? Oh, it's a process. It is a process. You can look up a tutorial. It's quite the process that you have to go through. You have to do like I think you do it with like widget something. Shortcuts. You do it with shortcuts on iPhone. It's a thing. DB Navigator. Of course I have the DB Navigator app. Obviously. I like that it's blue. DB Navigator. Biased or based? Yes, both. Both indeed. I can't go anywhere. How else am I? This is my. I have multiple pages, obviously, but this is like my front page. This is the one I see when I open up my phone, and the most important things are here: TikTok, clock, YouTube, TikTok, voice memo, Spotify, DB Navigator, Twitter, calculator, photos, translate. Camera I don't really need because I usually use camera when I like swipe. So maybe I could replace camera with something else, and Discord. And at the bottom we have Telegram, Safari, phone, and settings. Look at that little pigeon! And of course the background that I made, obviously. Remember to give a like, kicks, comment, and subscribe to Zecke, everyone. So we got Zecke. I mean, that could work. I could spell myself like that, I think. I mean, Deutsche Bahn is biased gegen die Uhrzeit. That is true. That's a thing. Hello, Drama VTuber Zecke. Hello. Hi, Yoite. Long time no see. How are you? Yeah, we're talking about this bullshit. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm glad I don't have to experience that. Although, every time... The thing is, when I have such a super duper customized phone background, every time I want to like change the picture, these are technically colors from an older picture. I just think they still look good with the new picture. But sometimes, you know, you do have to change all of the widgets again because they don't make sense anymore, and then that kind of sucks. Oh, you still have the normal Twitter app icon. That's cool. That's good. Maybe this is probably iPhone first or something. I don't know. But it sure is at the top right, top left of my screen. And it sure is in my fucking task tab bar, which I hate. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate that the very most. Because it looks so bad. It looks like a porn tab. We'll get to that. Zecke. Ask Elon for a brand deal. Zecke. 50 million sounds about right. Yeah. Sponsor me, Elon. I too, as you know, am a true and honest the letter X enthusiast. And Z. And Y. And C. And all of them. Me about to post my front page to your Discord. Yeah, you can. Do you want me to show it? Your home screen. About to dox me. Don't show anything that doxes you. Do you want me to show it to everyone? I can. Can do that. Don't dox yourself though. It's very important. Yeah, Twitter is removing the iconic bird logo and adopting X as its official logo on a whim, obviously. Comes after, you know, Elon Musk. I don't know, sure. It doesn't sound super confident necessarily. You don't need to. Don't worry about it. Do tell me if it's like interesting, I guess. You still have the old logo though. That's a legacy. One of the reasons I want to stop using Twitter. Sigh. Yeah, for real. It's ugly now. At least I look, there's the logo and there's the little bird still. The little bird is fine. The bird is good, okay? Jesus. Good night, Zecke. Have a great day. Thank you, you too. Have a good rest. The bird was fine. Why do we need to do this? Look at how confused the fucking brand account is. X? What's happening? It's like, I get that the letter X is cool. I too think that the letter X is cool. I'm a fan. We know this. I'm a fan. However, I don't think it's good for a brand like Twitter at all, because Twitter does not seek to inspire edgy, sort of mysterious, because that's what the letter X is to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really feel like the vibes of the letter X are not family friendly, brand friendly necessarily. Obviously, that's why all the porn sites use it. It's like, it's a bit edgy. It's a bit spicy. It's a little bit mysterious too, especially with the whole like the black on white, white on black, and everything as well. It's not like I trust this website with my personal information. That is not the energy that it gives off. Twitter does not have X energy. X can be like a rapper, you know? Like, X can be a cool rapper dude, like his artist name, you know what I mean? Like, don't you shorten XXX Tentacion to X as well? Did you do that? God, I haven't talked about him in forever. I don't know, I haven't thought about him in forever. But like, it's like a rap name. It's not your fucking social media that everybody uses name. It can be a cool name, just not for this, okay? You had a tab open with Hobie Brown concept art and literally thought I accidentally landed on a website with Rule 34 or something. Right? It's porn! It's like a porn site look. You had your location on there, but you censored it. Look, we have a legacy phone screen where there's still the old Twitter. What's Leo? That looks so out of place. You don't need to answer that. I like that. Good, same, similar. I have Pinterest on the second side. Yeah, Twitter. Look at how good it used to look. It was perfectly fine. Why did you need to do this? You didn't need to do this. Oh, Leo's a translator app. Ah, good to know. Thank you. Companies are like middle-aged in their 40s trying to be cool while also being creepy. That's my take. That's a good take. That's a real take. That's a very real take, because I mean, I'm sure I like your background picture too. Very good waves. Very fun. Also, this looks customized. That doesn't look like the default app images. I love how I'm just reviewing your fucking phone screen now. X-Force, X-Wing, X-Gun, give it to ya. You go, why? No. Yeah, it's probably iPhone first. And of course, even that is an incremental rollout for the change, I guess. Ex-girlfriend. But that you spell with EX, right? That's EX, because that confused me before. But yeah, he named it after his wife. We all know that. He named Twitter after his wife who left him, obviously. It's for Huawei themes. It's one of the default themes, I guess. Look at me learning all about the phones. X being iPhone first is yet another reason I have to have an Android. That is fair. I mean, like I said, I legitimately don't know and will never know if Twitter changed its icon for me, because I have custom icons. Ex-wife moment for Elon. Yeah, his ex-wife. You know, Grimes, who divorced him. In a reply to user Mux. Jeez, you are doing this to yourself. Also hinted that people should refer to tweets as exes. Also, what the fuck? You have like they have like a symbol. Ah, stop! I hate the loading screen. It throws me off guard so hard. So now that Twitter has been rebranded to X, it is that way, isn't it? It is a Unicode symbol, isn't it? Huh. Insane. Can I zoom in? Look at that. There. It's like a Unicode symbol, but it's more fancy. It has little serifs, I guess. What are tweets called now, is what this person asked. And apparently Elon Musk replied, they're X's. Look at all my X's. These are my X's. Most of worst thing he could do. It literally is the X-Files, the X-Factor, X jump scare every time I open a Twitter page. XXX. Very large. Does that mean? Well, I mean, it's just very, isn't it? X also stands for just like very, extra. X's is a bad name for it. You could do zeets. That's not good, but it would be something. It wouldn't be exes. Ex-babies. Who are oversensitive and cry for no reason. Nice. Wait, Generation X? But Generation X is also a thing. But I don't know when they are specifically. Out of all the things that Elon Musk could have done to Twitter, this was one of them. It was certainly one of them. It was one of the most Elon Musk things to do. Yeah, that for sure. He has a lot of exes. We get it. He needs to shut up. It's an exponentially rare thing in life or business that you get a second chance to make another big impression. Wow, Twitter has made one massive impression and changed the way we communicate. Now X will go further, transforming the global town square. I'm sure she's doing great shilling for X. Like, who is in favor of this? This is dumb. X is the future state of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, banking. Oh yeah, he wants it to be like the everything app. Creating a global marketplace for ideas. Not the global marketplace for ideas. Goods, services, and opportunities powered by AI. X will connect us in ways we're just beginning to imagine. Linda? Oh, she's the CEO. Okay, I forget. The company CEO, Linda Yaccarino, tweeted that while Twitter changed, well, she X'd. Imagine actually reading it with fucking X in there. While X changed the way people converse with each other, X will go further, will have features centered in audio, video, messaging, payment, and banking. Bro, I would rather do a lot of things before I give my fucking banking information to Elon Musk. Mr. X from Resident Evil better not be watching me while I tweet. Oh my god, him too! That's also a big problem. X is a way... Like, how the fuck you gonna Google this? This is my... That's the wrong tab. That's my notifications tab, and it was super zoomed in. I actually maybe shouldn't Google this iPhone screen, because I don't know what comes up. If you just Google X, you get a film. You get a company. It's an A24 film. Oh yeah, it's X. Yeah, it's this X. It's here. Mia Goth. That's the first one before Pearl. I only watched Pearl. I didn't watch X. I only watched Pearl. It's the film. The film comes up. If you Google X, the film comes up. Something comes up. Stuff comes up. Stuff comes up that is not... Mostly X, the movie, I guess, comes up. But, like, Twitter is not... It's gonna be tough for Twitter to come up first when you Google it. Googleability is an important part of brand creation. Even I know that, okay? Like, when I make my channel, I'm like, okay, try to be Googleable. Now, it's tough if you just go... If you just Google Zecke, you're not gonna find me. But if you put channel after it works. Or, like, the full name. Or whatever. It's fine. Let's axe X. We should... Yeah, we should. Why buy a company and overhaul it into something not recognizable rather than create your own app? I think, well, I mean, he bought Twitter on accident, kind of. Didn't really want to, kind of had to then. And now he's stuck with it. And many people are saying that this is his way of actually just running the company into the ground for good. And maybe that's literally true. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't think that that is a theory that I will subscribe to today, because I think Elon Musk is way too convinced of himself being an absolute genius to purposefully run this company into the ground. He thinks this is good. He thinks what he's doing is good. And I mean, if he's actually planning on doing all of that, can I stop? Please, I just want to highlight it. Payments, banking, marketplace for ideas, powered by AI, whatever. Yeah, okay. I think he thinks he's going somewhere with this. I don't think he's going anywhere with this, but we're still there. We're still on it. Now the question is, powered by AI. That really, like, that perks my alarm senses up a little bit. That's bad finance right there. I mean, yeah, he's been doing phenomenally bad finance over the last year. Powered by AI, what does that mean? Actually, this time I did want to load. We're so zoomed in. It's so fucking funny looking. What does that mean? I mean, okay, at the problem is, at the top of this, we always have blue checkmark losers being happy about it, I guess. Well, not all of them, though, I suppose. He's dead. This is true. Now I just want to know what powered by AI. Yes, X will connect us all in a way we're just beginning to imagine. Dystopia isn't hard to imagine. I guess so. Yes. Human isolation. AI. Now I don't know what they're gonna do with the AI, and I hope they don't do anything, because then I'm certainly not gonna post my art on fucking Twitter anymore. But Twitter is the prime way to have people see it, so that's pretty sad. You're happy that you can't be Googleable, but it's also scary that that they can see my Zorro.to profile. .io profile. Yeah, this is quite frightening. By the way, they do plan on data scraping tweets for AI learning, like art and text and stuff. So it is planned. It is confirmed. I didn't see. Wait, maybe it says so, like literally in the thing underneath. Probably, maybe. Yeah, Musk's obsession with the letter X is well known. He founded X.com back in 1997, which eventually became PayPal. See, it didn't keep the stupid name. He founded PayPal. That's something I forgot about and then learned about again. His space startup was SpaceX, true. His child is called something X. He has an AI company called X.ai. In April, he changed it to the legal name from Twitter Inc. to X Corp. He likes X like a supervillain. It's very supervillain-esque. He could just reduce the amount of servers even more if he really wanted to kill the site. True. It would be, like, if it was actually just to kill it, he could do it easily. Yeah, he's changed the theme before, I know. The AI stuff is worrying, though, because, like, where else are we gonna post our shit? XA something. Yeah, his child was a difficult name, and I think he was just supposed to be called X. I bet he I don't know the gender of the child anymore, actually. I bet the child goes by a different name now. I don't know if the child is old enough to think yet. I don't know how old the child is, but I'm sure the child goes by a different name now. We truly live in the time of the pharaohs. We live in an oligarchical, that's such a hard word to say, I never tried to before, hellscape. We do. I have more posts to look at. It will be hard for this child to learn that name. Yeah, probably. I'm sure they're gonna get it changed, because, I mean, the child doesn't live with him anymore either, right? So, is Elon gonna replace one of his eyes with a glowing red X? Maybe. Perhaps. To complete the supervillain transformation. Literally, naming everything after X is quite the supervillain move. This was posted to enough Elon Musk spam. And that's what I mentioned earlier. They tried to take down the old Twitter logo off of the building, and it didn't work out so well. In San Francisco, I guess? SF? San Francisco? Grandson core. X is over his eyes. But that's cool. When Elon does it, it's cringe. Also, hello, good afternoon, Dese. Well, Twitter name is good job. Twitter name so coming off the building right now, but Elon Musk didn't get a permit for the equipment on the street, so SFPD is shutting it down. No more. We cease this operation right now. That's so silly. Just another example of being very, very silly. It's like Doofenshmirtz naming everything blah 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 in Nader, except less charming. No, it's true though. It's literally true. Like that's his naming scheme for his evil operation, but it lacks absolutely any charm that Doofenshmirtz has, obviously. How can he be so brain dead? One man, this little brain power is kind of impressive. It's a little bit impressive. I hope this link is so long. Look, this is all one link. All of this. The fuck? Can you not make your links shorter? Is that not possible for you? How dare you? I have some more tweets. This one was the nope, yep, this one is the tabs. This is what I'm looking at. Well, not all of this. I don't have all the other ones open, I swear. These are all porn, except one. That one's Twitter. The Twitter one looks the most like porn. Okay, this one looks the most. The top three on the right look the most like porn. The ones left of Twitter look like not even necessarily porn. That one on the very left looks like banking. That one could be banking. This one could be video games. This one could be business. This one looks like business or news. This one looks like porn. This one looks like it's either porn or it's like a fashion thing, maybe, perhaps. This one looks like porn too. But like, what the fuck? Twitter out of all of these looks the most like porn. And especially because of the little notification thing, which I obviously also always have. The left ones could be news sites or something, literally. The left ones look more professional than Twitter's does. Twitter's looks like, because one of the lines is so thin and the other one's so thick, it looks unbalanced. It looks like it's too far left in the little, in the square. I don't know if that's the case, but it just looks like that, probably because of the notification dot covering up the top line. So it looks tilted. It looks so bad. I hate it so much. How's Hans with his X's? Good question. I don't know. I mean, X in German, we use it in like Hexe. That's X. Hexe is X. But usually not like Z. Seldomly Z, you know? The little dot makes the X look more lewd, I guess? I don't know if it is. Go Hans!
Go Hans. XXXXXXXXXX.
That sounded like he was saying 666 in the middle there. Let's go, Hans! Thank you very much for testing it out. This is for science. There's a little heart at the top right. I can send a heart. I can heart your super chat. Did you see that? That's so useless, but like cool. Thank you, YouTube. Can you see that? Oh, it shows up on screen. I saw a little heart symbol and I'm like, okay, what's that? I'll click on it and it hearted the super chat. 666. Satan ist Hans. Let's go, Hans, Bruder. You can do a little heart for super chats. How? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a feature. That's such a weird feature to have. Maybe. Oh, actually, what that could be good for is like, I've seen you. You know, if you're like currently talking and you can't respond to the super chat immediately and maybe you don't have them on screen as like an alert, you can be like, I see you. Don't worry, I see you. I will get to you later. Maybe. I can see that. That's a very random new feature, but I've extrapolated a use for it, so maybe that's that. That could work, I guess. Maybe. It looks like a porn logo. It's sad. Oh, I almost sneezed. I full body convulsed because I almost sneezed. Okay. We have two more tweets that I've completely forgotten the content of. Oh yeah, sad timeline. This is the evolution of the Twitter logo from 2006 to 2023. The X era has begun at twitter.com, or rather, x.com. Oh, that's weird. I don't like seeing this. Stop showing me this. This looks weird. Thank you. I like the first bird. The first bird is fun. The first bird is weird. I like the first bird a lot. Haven't seen that ever. Second bird I've also not seen. Horrible. Bad one. Hate the second bird. This bird I'm vaguely familiar with, I think. Kind of. I think I've seen this bird before. I mean, he looks very similar to the current bird. Well, not current. Sorry. Former bird. Yeah, 2029. I don't know what they did in 2009. I mean, they tried to make a cute little cartoon guy. Logos used to be a lot more intricate. Logos are getting more minimalist after all, right? So that one was good. That one was fine. I don't mind the minimalist. It depends. This is also minimalist, but it's bad. I think, honestly, it would already be better if it was just blue. If it was a blue X that was like pretty uniform looking, it would be better. The black background. First of all, why do you have a background? Don't like that. It's not good. The black background, bad. The white on the black background, bad. If we just had it in blue, I think I wouldn't hate it as much. It would still be bad because it's just an X. It's not anything. But like, I wouldn't hate it as much. And of course, he made Doge the icon for April 1st, I'm assuming, not just the entire month of April. That's whatever. Yeah, whatever. But Jesus, this first corporate minimalism is bad. They do start to all look very much the same. I like a sleek design as much as the next person, right? I can be a fan of a sleek design sometimes. And of course, I don't like this. I'm not a fan of this personally as a brand logo. It needs to be like simple enough, but no, it's like a brutalist icon, but somehow even worse. I don't know. Maybe even worse. I wonder if they're currently discussing something important. No. Okay. A group chat of mine sending me notifications. Okay, but it's fine, I think. I will never forgive the ruining of the Firefox logo. Oh, we could look at that. Firefox logo timeline. I think this, maybe I'll be in the unpopular opinion once again. But I kind of think I kind of like it. So first of all, this one I don't think is real. The very the furthest to the right I don't think is real because I have Firefox installed and it doesn't look like that. It looks like this one. Hello Addiction. We're looking at, well, all sorts of things, honestly. I think this one is correct because I don't see the other one. The other one is bad because that's too far removed. But this fox is fine. This fox is all right. I see, you know, the world gone. The world is gone. The fox is simplified. But I don't think it's bad. It looks pretty sleek, I think. I mean, this right now is not particularly politics. We're kind of just, we also did a ranking of all the letters in the alphabet, so that's something you can look at and enjoy. Hi, Caliban, welcome. Welcome to that. Welcome to this whole thing. I don't even know how to preface it. Firefox had so many old logos. Yeah, I saw some even older ones. That one, for instance. That's not even a fox. That is not even a fox, gamers. That's a duck, I think. Okay, I do remember, I think this one, I guess, or that one, these ones were fine. Like, honestly, starting at 2013, I like it at 2013 plus. This one looks old. This one looks somehow not as old as this one. The 2009 one looks older than the 2004 one because of the sheen. They used to always do that sheen. Now, I still like the other two though. I find the colors very pleasing. They're nice. 2013 Firefox is also good. Yeah, right? You still have a little bit of the world, but it's also pretty, you know, it's like sleek. It's more sleek. It doesn't have overt shadows on the fox or overt detailing on the fox and not that weird sheen at the top of the world. Yeah. Fox with wings. We've all been there. I don't mind the newest Firefox logo though. You could have gone with something a bigger ball. The ball has been getting smaller progressively every time. The ball doesn't need to be that tiny, but honestly, I don't mind it. I'm not against it, you know? Yes, the Rubik's cubing is happening. Well, I mean, it's not happening currently, although it could be. Do you ever do Rubik's cubes while watching streams? I feel like that would be fun. Now, personally, I've never done a Rubik's cube, like, ever. Oh no, you got spoiled for my image. This is Genesis, so I can't say, but, you know. Goofy. Twitter. It's so goofy. It's too goofy. Much too goofy. Not right now. Valid. I mean, if you want to be texting, I guess that wouldn't work. I've played Tetris while watching streams plenty of times, but cannot chat. Seeing a lot of misinfo that the X logo is taken from a Unicode character. Not true, sadly. I hate to say it, but it's actually quite well designed. Let me break down why. I mean, Siska, I'm so sorry you had to come into this, specifically this image. Well, I mean, I couldn't not show you this. This is the explanation. This is why the logo is actually genius, and we should respect it. And I feel like it really represents a lot, you know, like, maybe it represents a sense of, I don't know, loss, perhaps. Yes. Yes, it is. Of course it is. God damn it, I hate this. Twitter, why did I read that the other way around? Society if Twitter didn't exist. Look, the animals and the humans coexisting. Well, I mean, in a sense, that is what's happening now. Twitter doesn't exist anymore. It's just X. Okay, it took me a moment to notice the meme reference. It took me not a single moment. This paneling is laid out very, very clearly to me. I know what this is. I see it, and I know what it is. So yeah, that's X. How are we feeling with that? Not great. You don't get it? You don't understand. What's the meme reference? You guys don't get it? Oh my god, do you not know? 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 Do you not know this? Oh my god, am I the one who's gonna... Well, I can't explain to you the entire, like, background of all of this, but, like, you know. I'm not terminally online, you're just healthier, yeah. What? No, yes! It's loss, guys! It's loss, okay? It's a very serious 4 panels of comic book depicting loss. Bro, the first time I saw Loss, I was so confused. I don't even remember the first time that I saw Loss. because I remember loss. I just forever. Loss is a part of my life, you know? I did not get that either. You gotta be very broken in your mind in order to...
No.
Yes, Chris, yes! That was so quick, Hans, what the fuck? Yes, actually. Thank you. Loss is just a part of my brain since forever. I don't know. I don't remember the moment that I saw loss for the first time. It's just always been there. I've always known. So yeah, we've all experienced a great sense of loss since the little blue bird is dead, and now it all looks like we have very unsavory tabs open every time that we go to twitter.com. Isn't that great? Isn't that what we all want? Well, I mean, the wife he still has. I'm not gonna explain all of Lost, though. I'm gonna know your meme it and read up on it. Aw, okay. Let's go. Lost is eternal. It is. And it has a lot of backstory. Like, a lot. Yeah. No, I don't... It wasn't an abortion. It was a miscarriage, actually. And it was just an extremely serious panel in what is usually... a comedy gaming webcomic thing. The whole webcomic is kind of weird. It has a lot of it has a lot of weird content in it. Is politics like bad news about society? No, it's a bit more complicated than that. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but I give you bad news about society. That, and sometimes good news about society, and sometimes neutral news about society. But did you see the response to that comic panel by Yahtzee? Did I? I don't think I did. I don't know. Did I? Do I know that? I watched a very long video about loss, so maybe it was featured in there, but I don't know. In Trumpist America, he would have no waifu, because waifu thrown in prison for miscarriage. True. This is true, obviously, because yeah. That is also how that obviously should be, yes. So, moving on to our next docket point, though. Put it on Discord, give it to me. I do want to see if I know it, at least. Well, I present to you today. I am like a fancy waiter, but of like news stuff, drama stuff, whatever stuff. This is not politics. This is Mr. Graduating from VTubing, and Nusagi made a video on it that's not too long, so I'll just watch that. I think it's a stream edit highlight thing, whatever, but I don't mind. I just want somebody to tell me about it, and I want to see what his opinion on this is, because, you know, we talk about him sometimes, so why not check in on him with his opinion about Mr. Ria's graduating from Niji Sanji, En Luxium, etc., etc. Now, should I share with you my opinion on it? Because I do... I mean, I have a little bit of an opinion on it, but I don't know much about the situation, aside from the fact that, yes, he announced that he's graduating. I think, go for it. If you aren't happy in the company, go for it. The company is pretty shitty. Go for it. Have fun. Good job. Why does the thumbnail say politics? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We have politics on the docket. It also says and more. It's true. It's true. What the fuck is going on at Niji Sanji anyway? I never paid attention to the news with Niji Sanji. Yeah, a lot. It's not great. Why do they call it graduating? Oh, let me tell you. It comes from the idol industry. In Japan, it comes from the idol like business, the idol culture in general, and they always when an idol retires, they call it graduating. Why exactly they chose that term? I think it's like sort of coupled with high school. I mean, yeah, of course it's coupled with like high school imagery and stuff like that. I don't exactly know if that's based on like a single group that did that first, and maybe they had a high school theme, because of course idol groups have those sorts of themes sometimes. But it's generally it's from there, and that's why VTubers use it for graduating, for when they stop streaming. And it's supposed to be like a positive term instead of I'm quitting or whatever. They sound so negative, so they instead they use graduating, I guess. See, I was like, let me explain it to you, and then like half-assed my explanation, but there you go. Because they're doing a graduation. Exactly. Kind of.
Sta is graduating.
Is that good?
And chat, look, I did an entire song and dance about it on Twitter, but I really was not surprised. Like, even a little bit. Like,
I don't keep up, so I was fairly surprised, I guess. I mean, surprise kind of implies a certain level of investment that I didn't really have. I don't really keep up with Niji Sanji livers too much. Mista was fun. I saw like his debut stream back when it came out. That's what I know about him. But like generally, I don't really know. Is it very quiet? I turned it up.
The only reason I'm surprised was because the leaker Anon specifically mentioned that Shu was going to be next.
Oh. I'm like, okay, somebody leaked it. Somebody leaked that they would be graduating and Shu's gonna be next. Okay, I know who Shu is. Shu is somebody else in this wave. I thought he meant Shu on head for a second, which makes zero sense, and I mean, yeah, okay. That's all I have to say.
Not okay, he didn't mention that Shu was next, but Shu was up there. Like, Mista was vaguely mentioned, but even if we took away the fact that it was supposed to be Shu, it really should not come as a surprise to a lot of people who actually paid attention to Luxiem's mental health.
I don't. Who paid attention to Luxiem's mental health? I don't know. Was it very obvious? Again, I didn't watch the streams. They probably were pretty obvious. I did hear that he was mentioning that he was pretty burnt out and everything in his streams and stuff, and that's why it's good to stop doing this. Although he had planned this graduation for like way longer. Like I think it was planned for like a year or something almost. And it took a long time to get there, huh? You also thought of Shu on head? Let's go! We have brainworms! Let's go!
Luxiem's mental health. Not just Mista, but Luxiem. Like all of them. Like the majority of them. I don't know the specifics, but like everyone else is kind of fucked right now. Because, okay, chat, I want you to realize and understand the grand magnitude, the sheer magnitude of this graduation. And I don't mean to say this in a way as if I'm downplaying prior graduations or that I think every other people's achievements mean less than Mista's, but this is different. This is different than Nina's graduation. This is different from...
Yeah, maybe all of them are gonna leave. Yeah, I don't really know, right? Like, what's gonna happen next? That's a good question. What's gonna go on? Shuanhead is a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, she isn't really at the forefront of the content creation anymore, but if you're like in certain circles, I guess you still hear about her sometimes.
Some of the waves graduation from XID. Because chat, I want you to realize not Salen. Mista was literally the reason Luxiem even took off in the Twitter sphere. And consequently resulted in like Luxiem's EN boom. Like I want you guys to understand that. Like before Vox became the daddy of the group, Mista was the one spearheading the direction of the group, whether he knew it or not. He was the most community engaging member. He was the one that started the Uncle Roger interaction that gave Niji EN the traction and eyes it got.
Oh yeah, the rice thing. I'm like, I don't even remember what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm currently answering a text message, but I'm listening.
He was at the center of it all, chat.
I'm listening.
Like, actually. And he's leaving. He's fucking leaving. A Luxiem member is leaving. Literally the group that breathed life into EN male VTubing. I've said this multiple times last year, but Luxiem did for male VTubing what Myth did for EN VTubing.
Full attention. Full attention back to the video. Yeah, I mean, Luxiem opened the door for male VTubing. That is very true. They were kind of pioneers in this sense, and they really, really blew up. And everything after that didn't really seem as monumental anymore. He failed to cook rice. That is what happened, and that's how he got attention. I mean, he was very funny. He was an entertainer. He did his job very well, I think. Hello, Angel. The reason is similar to Nina Kosaka's reasoning for graduating. Yeah, not being able to meet the goals she set, and yeah, also with Yuko Asuma as well. It's also been like, he talked about burnout a lot, and I think both Nina and Mista alluded to that they want to keep streaming afterwards, but not under Nichi Sanji, and like instead as an indie or maybe even as like a flesh tuber person. Yeah, something like that.
A very important historical group, filled with very historically important figures, regardless if you like them or not, or even if you care. And one of them is leaving. Like, that would be, like, actually, Hololive fans may not understand this, but literally imagine if Kiara was leaving in Myth.
Yeah, it is kind of that level. It is definitely that level. It's a big graduation. And, I mean, how long has he been with Nichi Sanji? I guess he got into it, like, not that long ago. Like, less than 2 years ago, right?
That's massive. This is massive.
It is. You're right. I agree with you.
But, again, I'm not exactly surprised because Mista has always seemed like he was the most vulnerable one. You know?
Maybe I should speed this up. He doesn't talk super slow, but he does make a lot of pauses, and maybe we can, like... 1.5, is that okay? Can everybody understand that? We'll see.
Like, Vox's mental health is fucked up, and maybe Shu's mental health has taken a toll because of the
Every time I just hear Shu instead of Shu.
AR live cancellation. But Mista always gave me the impression that he was the most... how do I say this without being offensive? Like, the most...
Excuse me.
Emotionally or mentally weak? Like...
Vulnerable. You would say vulnerable if you want. I know what you're trying to say, and what you're trying to say is right and okay. Okay, 1.5 is a little bit too fast. Okay, I can turn it down a little bit. For me, it's like fine, but I'm used to it, I think. So yeah, 1, 2, 5. He's kind of the way he talks is kind of. It's slow in a sense, but you can't really like speed it up as simply like Rev, because Rev talks constantly, but slowly. Now he talks with a lot of pauses, with a lot of long pauses. What he means is vulnerable. Vulnerable is a thing you can say, and that is not offensive or anything.
You know what I mean, right? Or vulnerable, I guess. Like,
there you go. You
like,
found
he was
it.
that guy. He was a bit of a Menhera. Vulnerable, unsteady. Okay, yeah, sensitive. Those kinds of words. Yeah. I mean, he was a bit of a Menhera. That's not an insult, by the way. I'm a Menhera, so I know how that feels like.
Oh, I kind of want to talk about the term Menhera. Every time I hear the term Menhera, I don't really know. Menhera is like especially when foreigners use it. Okay, I don't give a shit what Japanese people say. That's all. In general, no, not in general. I don't give a shit if Japanese people use pre-watch. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I don't give a shit if Japanese people use the term Menhera because, like, yeah, you have a different connotation to that. But I have to, yeah, that's what she looks like. Thank God for Safe Search. That could have been dangerous. It comes from Japan and stuff, but, like, I find it weird when overseas people use the term Menhera. The fuck is Menhera? There you go. See, I will tell you. Menhera, among the most okay, that's a bad definition. I just want a definition, please. Give me a normal definition of the word. I wrote definition wrong. Yeah, Menhera is Japanese internet slang for somebody who has likely suffered from mental illness or needs help with mental illness. It comes from, you know, mental health, Menhera, mental health. Menhera, these nothing. That makes no sense. That doesn't really make any sense. And yeah, it comes from... Are you gonna include any... images? No. We're on Urban Dictionary. We're doing the real research right now. I take that back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a Japanese slang term referring to people that are suffering from mental illness or in need of mental health care. It's derived from the words mental and health and the suffix meaning mental healther. Originally, it was born on 2channel, which is Japanese is Japan's 4chan is 2chan, Nichan. I guess, mental health board as a nickname for its users. Due to its negative stigma associated with mental health and illness, it is sometimes abused in a discriminatory manner. However, in recent years, it has evolved into a mental health awareness subculture that tries to change the view on mental health in Japan, which is a big problem. But I find it a bit odd. It always just strikes me as odd. This is not like, don't ever use this word if you're a foreigner, but like... we have a different mental health culture than Japanese people do, right? So, like, you can just say, like, somebody struggling with mental health. That's something you would say in English. You speak English. You're, like, in a space that's mainly dominated by English-speaking people. You're not in the Japanese subculture, specifically. I feel like saying Menhera to refer to yourself or others when, like, when you're not... Japanese, I find this is a little bit odd. I don't think it's like offensive or bad necessarily because it doesn't mean anything offensive or bad. It's just weird. I find it weird. Menhera is kind of negative too, yeah, but it's being reclaimed, yeah, to promote mental health awareness in Japan. Also, yeah, has become like a fashion aesthetic. True. Menhera fashion is cute. I like Menhera fashion. Menhera fashion looks kind of fun like that, and also. Jiraike is linked with Menhera. Yeah, they're calling each other cuckoos, crazies. Yeah, basically. Basically are, yeah. And I guess new words make people confused too. But I guess people in the VTuber subculture know what it's like. But to me, I feel like the word still carries quite heavy stigmatization, and you know, you're like in the process of reclaiming it, I guess. He says he himself identifies as Menhera. He says he's Menhera too, but I don't know. I see Menhera always, especially when used by foreigners, as a little bit derogatory. I don't know. It just has a bit of a weird vibe. Not a real complaint, just something I wanted to mention. Thank you. Moving on.
It's not an insult, dude. Imagine having to go through the motion entirely out of obligation for months. Yeah, exactly. I'll talk about that later. Like, it was done.
I mean, that's any job. I am learning languages. Look at me. Yes, you know. You've known. Now you know the most important Japanese vocabulary word, which is, of course, menhera. You will get very far with that. Good job.
Like, he was done for 5 months now. Yeah, he said that he was pretty much fed up, done with streaming and VTubing. He had already planned his graduation since February, but he wanted to finish his obligations and sponsorships and stuff like that, right? Like, I think.
Yeah, I mean, of course that sucks, and especially for stuff like content creation, you should. If you're not passionate anymore, it extra sucks. Like, obviously, you're not going to be passionate about your work that has completely alienated from the product that you're making in the end, but VTubing is not like that. VTubing, you do see the product that you're making, so you gotta have a little bit of a passion for it in order to be able to do it well. But yeah, it happens a lot that people have to continue doing something that they're not particularly passionate about.
Like, that passion, that spark, was already dying for a long time ago. And he even mentioned this at his 800K celebration stream.
Obviously.
That he already achieved the things that he wanted to do. Like, he's disillusioned, I guess is the right term. Yeah, he's disillusioned, I think is the right term for that. Is it a complete total burnout? I don't know. But I know how that feels like. I know what burnout like that feels like. It kind of takes a toll on you, chat.
It kind of does. It really does. Burnout is a serious issue. It can take years to recover from a burnout. That's why I'm looking if Juno is still in chat. Is Juno still in chat? Juno, my friend, you specifically, and everybody, take care not to burn out. It's important. You will really, really beat yourself up later if you now spend all of your fuel. Hi, Juno. I love you. If you now spend all of your fuel on all of your work all of the time, and then later, soon, you'll find yourself burned out, and then you can't do shit for like 2 years because you have to recover from what you've done to yourself. You gotta be careful with that. It can be tough for some people. I'm way too lazy to burn out. Let's go, Caliban! Mood! Slay! Absolute same, yes. Also, the other video that Nisagi made about the monetary split, of VTubers, Nietzsche versus Hololive. Nietzsche streamers only received 1% of merch sales. Was this Holo 50? I heard. I knew about. I've heard about this before. Absolutely crazy. Pretty crazy. I burnt myself out editing a video editing a while back. Yeah, I bet video editing is so tedious. I like it, but it's like a lot of art. It has tedious parts, you know? It's like, it's this sort of, it depends what video you're making, I guess. It can be a very artistic process, and that's nice, and you have like an idea of how you want it to look like, and then you work on it, and the start and the end are great, but the middle of video editing is rough, and I don't like it particularly a lot. That's also why I haven't uploaded as many videos as I've done streams, because I would have to edit them, and that's a lot of work, and I didn't do that. Lazy? I was lazy once! They locked me in a room, an office room with some work, and work makes me lazy. Lazy? I was lazy once. I didn't know that version yet. Shut up, Zecke. You've never been lazy in your life. Well, I think you can be lazy and still get a lot of stuff done. Now, maybe my definition of lazy is wrong, but maybe everybody else's definition of lazy is wrong. I think you can still get a lot of stuff done and still be lazy, though. You know, liar, your country's on fire. Yeah, everybody's country is on fire. It's not special. Yes. I am absolutely okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that, Angel Tail. I would be very, very happy about that, actually. Do all the edits you want to do. You have the right to upload any and all edited videos of my content wherever, whenever. Feel free to monetize it too. Do your thing. I won't claim it. Don't worry about it. This is a legally binding statement that I will now make. Do it. Spread the word. Achieving big goals is very unsatisfying after a while. The way to the goal is the fun part. It's literally true. Like, I don't know if I'm alone with that, or if that's like a special thing, or maybe we all feel like that. I don't know. But I will work towards a thing. I will work and work and work, and I'm having a good time working, depending on what I'm doing. And then I actually get the thing done, and I look back on it, and I get like satisfaction for like, I don't know, an hour. We get like an hour of satisfaction, and then I'm bored, and I need to do the next thing, because not doing things. Oh, you hate to see it. But I still lazy though. It's like it's like guys who will always make female characters in video games and always choose female names, but say still cis though at the end of that process. So still lazy though, you know? Like I get you get like a moment of satisfaction. An hour is maybe already a bit much. It depends a little bit. If you're sharing it with people and you get like feedback on it and you get a lot of hey, you did super great, oh, I love this so much, whatever. Okay, that extends the satisfaction time a little bit, but other than that, it's like, okay, I now need to be doing the next thing, though, because I am very bored. That is just how it goes. Okay, we should continue watching this video, even though he hasn't really said much yet, but I mean, he's just covering the news. I'm just covering the news. I'm just covering what's going on.
But for Mista, it's different, because he literally has nothing to work for anymore. I want you guys to think about this. I remember when I first started watching Mista, he wanted to reach 100k subscribers by the end of 2023.
Don't put an outline. Put an outline on your number. Put an outline on your text. I can't read that.
Got that within a month. He did.
If you're using Premiere, it's very easy.
Everything he wanted to do, he made. But now he's made his money. He's made his friends. He had his fun. All in a year's time. There's nothing in Nijisanji for him anymore, chat. At least nothing that's fulfilling enough to keep him there.
It's a bit, I wonder about his general, like, intentions, I guess, Mista's, that is. If the way Nusagi frames it right now is like, oh, he has this, that goal, and then he's done. But I don't think he went into VTubing with the goal, oh, I want to make this much money, I want to make this much views, whatever, and then I'm done. Because that would be a little bit strange, maybe. I think it's more so his internal differences with the company rather than being done with his goals. I think being done with the goals that he had set for himself is a big help for him in saying, okay, I'm done with my stuff, I can move on now, I can do my next big thing. But I don't think he just went in there like, okay, I'll get 100k and then I'm good and then I'll leave. Because that's like, nobody approaches content creation like that, I don't think. What was that about, guys making female characters in Vidya? I feel called out. Yes, you too. You too can be called out by me. This is not only limited to my real life friends who I know, like Juno, who needs to take it slower a little bit. No, I can call everybody out.
Money runs out. It's not, bro. Mista's not getting like, Mista is not running out of money. He was just tired. Who knew that prioritizing your mental health and what makes you happy was the best course of action to do? Because, chat, you have to realize, I said this a while back. He pretty much he doesn't even care about what his fans think, he doesn't care about what his fans think about his content anymore. He wants to make content that makes him happy. And that literally just tells me he's burnt out. He doesn't want to play the monkey in the zoo anymore. He doesn't want to be that person anymore. VTubers are people too? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's also tough. I feel like the Luxium fans, of course not all of them, but like some of them can be a little bit spicy, a little bit intense perhaps. And I think, yeah, Mista's had, I've seen some Mista clips somewhat recently, I think, somewhere in my memory, they're resurfacing right now, where he was quite like, almost harsh, but like very real when talking to his fans, to his viewers, and I do appreciate that. I feel like for Niji, it's other livers, what makes people stay there. Yeah, probably not the environment itself, but maybe that's just a feel. I mean, if you made friends in a company, obviously you're gonna be more inclined to stay at that company where your friends are at. But if everybody's leaving, then everybody leaves. Perhaps. I do. I'm currently working on patches, Hobie fanart, Avenger, researching texture brushes, watching you, thinking about my abandoned Inesh cosplay. True, the Inesh cosplay. The Prowler hoodie. I don't know. Might be a little much. I mean, yeah, it's up to you. It's always up to you at the end of the day. Except for you, Zecke. We can't say you are human. That's true. That's not quite correct. Not all VTubers are human. Hashtag not all VTubers are human. Isn't that all VTuber fans? Yeah. Generally, yeah. I feel like Luxium fans were even more intense than some others, but you're not wrong. Especially with company VTubers, they can be quite like crazy, and the non-Japanese ones are tame in comparison. From what I've heard, it's true. People can be like very, very obsessive. I know that Vox also had to talk to his fans in order for them to calm it down. Yeah, it's tough. It's a little tough. Greetings, my news tick goddess. Hello. Talking about Mista. Yes, we're talking about Mista. And we're watching the Nusagi video on it in hope. I was hoping that he would like concisely put all of the information in a 15-minute video. It's not super concise, but you know, I'm leeching the content, so I shouldn't maybe complain about it so much.
Like, you have to realize, Shat, I've said this multiple times, but stuff like this, it's rarely ever about the money. Because
are we also VTuber fans? I mean, it's a good question. Are you a VTuber fan if you like one VTuber? If you watch one VTuber, are you a VTuber fan? I mean, kinda, but like, not. You wouldn't include you in all like the VTuber fans necessarily. Depends if you watch more VTubers than me.
When you get that much money,
I guess.
Even with the whole 2% thing, Mista's getting a lot of money. Mista's richer than every one of us here combined. So, literally, money is not a problem here. Mista did not leave Najisanji for monetary reasons. You know, holy shit. Come on.
You're a Zecke fan. Good. That is the correct answer. That is the objectively correct answer, Codes. At this point, I barely watch non-VTubers. Damn, I watch mostly non-VTubers, honestly. I have some VTubers that I, like, check in with. I mean, Maxi, for instance. I'm friends with Maxi. But, like, usually the ones that I'm not friends with, less often. At the moment, at least.
You know, that's a very understandable thing to do.
Oh my god, you've watched other VTubers.
I imagine that the company being so absolutely shit may have helped with that.
Yeah, and again, ain't no way. The company being absolute shit may help people want to leave the company.
Like, he even carefully worded. Okay, so I was watching his stream last night, right? So, and he was carefully wording how he was gonna announce it and how the members of Niji En and how the people deserved the best. He was carefully wording his shit, chat. Like, it was so, yeah, literally all you need to know. The fact that he had to be careful about his wording to not throw too much shade at his own agency again, that's a very massive oof for Nijisanji. And even in the past, he's been very vocal about his own unhappiness with the company at times. Like that time he complained about he threw shade at the AR live cancellation, about the, about the 2% thing, the whole other shit.
He does. He has been throwing a little bit of shade, which makes a lot more sense now that we know that he's graduating. It's true. Ain't no way. Zecke is also the only VTuber I watch regularly. Thank you very much. I mean, I also watch Toledo, I think, right? But he mainly makes videos. That's easier for me to watch. You can only watch so many streamers, honestly. You only have so many hours in your day. You cannot watch all the streamers that there are. And like, my schedule is full with Juno, Maxi, and Vosh. It's kind of packed. The other people I gotta enjoy in video form only because, okay, sometimes I can pop into another stream depending on who is or isn't live, but it gets tough at a certain point, you know? Mm-hmm. Yes, good luck with all your projects. Yes. I do feel like I feel like Juno might burn out, maybe, perhaps, but you know, I also believe that you can find a way to manage all of your projects and not burn out. I believe in you. You only watch you usually only watch my streams because it's more interesting. With other VTubers, they're often just like gaming, long periods without stuff happening and mundane talk and stuff like that. And I watch clips of the funny. Clips of the funny are very good. Clips of the funny are a good way to consume VTubers. That's true. And I mean, like, gaming stuff can be fun too. Stuff where not like that much is going on. I just like, as well, of course, I like the stuff that I do. Yeah. I like this type of content specifically, obviously. That's why I watch Vosh, because I like this type of content. And I watch Maxi for the specific type of content that they make. Like, I don't watch people because they're a VTuber or because they're not a VTuber. I just watch people for the content that they make. And if I like the content that they make, then I'm gonna be watching. Whoa, this is revolutionary. Oh my god, ain't no way. Vosh mention? Oh my god, Vosh mention. Ain't no way. Is the capitalization important in that one? And is that the right capitalization? And is StreamElements bot running? I have all these questions and we're gonna see. Do you have to not capitalize it maybe? I wonder. You keep washing at Twitter. I do wash at Twitter. I do that. I do post that. Oh my god, the wash thing doesn't work. Is StreamElements bot not working? Hello? Are you here? Does socials work? Does anything work? Hello? Excuse me? YouTube, are you okay? StreamElements bot, are you okay? I don't know. Did fucking YouTube chat also stop working? now I'm concerned. Now I am mildly concerned. Nothing. Okay, cool. StreamElements bot is gone right now, I think. Alright. The bot? Where's the bot? The bot's gone. Rude. Fucking rude. You watch people based on their vibes. Yeah, vibes is good. That's why I love Kieran Capo and Shark and a few more people. Yeah, vibes and content are important. Like, you're absolutely right. Those two have to come together, and that's what makes a good live streamer. And our bot is dead, by the way. How dare he? How dare he fucking die on me? That's not what you're supposed to do. I guess it left. They never announce when they leave. They only announce when they arrive. Well, I mean, we can facilitate our own wash command. There you go. Anyway. Vibes and content, because you can have content that you like the general subject matter that's being talked about, whatever, or even the opinions presented in the piece can be what you like. But if you don't like the vibe and the personality of the person presenting it, you're not gonna like it. Same the other way around. If a person has a vibe, there it is. Thank you, Yoita. If the person has a vibe that you like a lot, but they only do, I don't know, boring stuff that you don't like at all, yeah, then that's gonna be tough. But I think vibe carries a little bit more than content. Vibe is a tiny bit more important than content, I think. But they both gotta come together for your favorite streamer to be made. Thank you very much for my streamer TED Talk.
It's like, Jesus, bro.
Jesus.
Niji management
bro.
strikes again. True. It's like Niji Sanji.
There he is.
I think it's I want you guys to understand Niji JP is actually doing a bit well, comparatively speaking.
Thanks,
but
guys.
Niji EN is not. Niji XI.
Thanks for the washes. Thanks for the washes in chat.
He's also not. Like, where did Niji EN go wrong, bro? They had the best year of their life last year.
Yeah, they were doing
And by
good.
the start of the next one, it just started crumbling and crumbling. Bad news after bad news, members after members leaving left and right, yab after yab, drama after drama. Like, that's like, how does one snowball that much within like 7 months now?
Well, that's probably because they've always been a little bit iffy in the way that they Jesus, yummy, in the way that they run their company. I would assume. I mean, I'm not a pro of Niji Sanji. I'm just speculating. But they've probably had these problems the entire time, and you know, it's one crack in the ship, and then it all, like, everything bursts out after that one crack has breached the hull. That sort of thing.
IRC Niji EN was peaceful before Luxium, even after Luxium, I think. Like, yeah. Even after Luxium, a few months after Luxium, they were very peaceful. The snowball effect when Yugo got axed, true. That was probably the Harbinger moment. You know what the Harbinger moment is? It's like the first sign of multiple dead things to happen. Not dead things, multiple bad things to happen. It started in Yugo.
I getcha.
But I think.
What do you think?
That the canon event, the Zion drama.
Yeah, I think, the whole Zion situation probably was quite the big catalyst for all of this. I do agree. That really showed people that Niji Sanji was kinda shady with it.
That was 100% the canon event. Bro, Zion? The Zion curse, true. Like, Zion is literally the Jesus Christ of Niji Sanji. She died for their sins, came back 3 months later to fuck them in the ass with internal exploitation receipts, and then it just got worse from there. Like, the way Niji EN is imploding right now, I think it could have all been just better if management was just being nice, or at the very least competent.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. If the company was run in a way that was good, then things would be better. This is very true. Yes, I agree. Remember Nusagi pretty much promoting Face Connect as one model company for VTubers? Would be nice to have a deep dive into Face Connect and with a different perspective. That would be interesting. I don't know a lot about Face Connect as like a company. They are the ones who have the interesting VTubers, don't they? Wait, Face Connect is Face. I'm googling Face Connect as we speak. Face Connect is the one that has. Is it the one that has the wabbit? I don't know. Yes, that is Face Connect. Okay, good. That's all that I wanted to know. Yeah. Tenma and Pippa. Pippa is there. Tenma is in there too. I forget that they're in the same like company. I do forget. Hey Tench. Hello Tip Top. Hello little Tip Top guy. It's raining outside. little tip top man. Yeah, that's them. I don't know what they do. Basically Wabbit. I will, maybe I should look into them a little bit. That would be interesting.
To the people, because chat, look, VTubing, it's not like Nestle. Like
it is indeed not like Nestle.
Not like Nestle. It's not like physical or cereal companies or any company that makes food or physical products. VTubing is an industry that inherently relies on deep emotional bonding and like parasocial relationships to succeed. Naturally, for a community and industry like that to thrive, the people doing the parasocial relationships, like the monkeys keeping the zoo visitors entertained, that's an odd comparison, I know, but that's essentially how VTubing works and you fucking know it. They have to be treated well. They have to be compensated well. It's not like the lowly paid factory workers or the child laborers in China where nobody gives a shit about because they're satisfied with the fact that they make good products. Because in VTubing, the people themselves are the product. The VTubers are the goods. So if someone's Oshi is pissed off at something, the entire community is gonna be pissed off too.
Yeah, I see where he's coming from with that. That's why I don't like company VTubing in general as much, because obviously then, like, yeah, that turns the VTubers themselves into the product and not the content. Like, they are the content creator, technically. Their content is the product that they're supposed to be creating and all of that. And of course, like, the connection that they have with their fans is a part of the product, yes. But I like it more when they have more say in and of themselves. Yeah, the VTubers are the product. I see that from a company level, yes, they definitely are. I guess they definitely are. In a sense.
Like, that's the reason, like, okay, that's the reason why I'm inherently biased against Nijisanji now, and is doubling down on Hololive. At least Hololive members aren't abused. Yes, sir. Like, okay, so, there are the occasional things that they can't help with, or is, like, out of their power. Like, sometimes they are rendered unable to help their talent, sometimes they have to enforce their contracts to make sure that they don't step out of line, but you don't see fucking Hololive members, like, number fagging and pressuring their talents to make more money like what they did to Yugo, right? You don't see the managers disrespect and throw their talents under the bus like Zion, right?
Yeah, you gotta be nice to them. You gotta be nice to them. I totally can understand not wanting to do VTubing for several years. There are already so few YouTubers who upload for that long. That's also true. Like, doing this for like a long time is like an outlier. Not that many people stick with like content creation for a super long time. The ones that do are pretty few and far between. If we look at in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people stop again after like 2 years, 3 years or something like that. And yeah, that's absolutely valid. I feel like that's totally valid. You can change jobs if you want. It's allowed. A lot of people do that. You can do. And that's another topic to discuss: classic business education and how companies not adapt at all. Yeah, Jesus, what's up with that? No, what's up with that? That's Seinfeld level commentary right there. I'm like, yeah. Business education. I have an opinion on that. What's up with business? What's up with businesses?
Keep their silver and golden play button like what they do to everyone in Niji. You don't see the EN managers punish their talents for the mistakes that they make. Those kind of yabs didn't happen in Hololive in the past year or two. You know, aside from the Rusha drama. Like, back then, again, I've said this in my Nijisanji 1 hour Nijisanji video, but back then, both Hololive and Nijisanji were shit companies back then. But one of them has changed and bettered themselves in lengths that the other still has to catch up to. Nijisanji JP right now is being treated good, I think. But EN, I don't know. EN and ID, oof. Me, okay. I say those things as if I'm like blind or like I'm just clout chasing, I guess, or like riding a wave to insult Nijisanji or whatever, because it's what drama tubers do right now. But you have to realize.
I mean, if everybody's saying one thing, sometimes that's just the thing that's happening. That's true. You don't have to be worried. He's a little bit of a contrarian, I guess. He's like, I actually do not think what you all think, or at least he would prefer to say that. But like, if it's happening, if it's true, like, what are you gonna say? Are you just gonna say the opposite just cause? That's not good contrarianism. That's pointless contrarianism right there. What's the deal with all those golden parachutes? Especially if the content is very limited, yeah, it can probably be exhausting. Like, Kei-san is very free in what she can do right now because she's not limited to her avatar. Very true. That's also, I think, why, like, the people who are the most long-lasting, the people who have the most longevity on YouTube and Twitch, etc., are people who are able to adapt to the landscape, and not just the landscape, but also adapt to their own interests and what they personally like doing. If you pigeonhole yourself into a niche of content creation, super duper hard, that you can never make any content that varies in any way whatsoever, if you ever get sick of that very specific subject matter, it's gonna be rough, because you're gonna have to make the decision. Yeah, either you stick with it, even though your heart's not in it anymore, or you branch out to whatever else you want to be doing. I think that was the story for, I don't know if you know, RT Game. RT Game used to only do Team Fortress 2 videos exclusively, and then he switched to variety content and blew up, and his channel got real big, and he was very successful, and he was very funny, and he made a lot of Minecraft videos too.
Okay? I'm already defending myself from this kind of response. I defended this fucking company when I felt like it was necessary. Like the whole Gundo Mirai drama. I defended their culture when other tribalistic Hololive fans started being pompous douchebags about it.
I would never defend a company unless, I guess, it's completely unavoidable. Like, sometimes they do okay stuff, I guess, but never defending a company, not under my watch. Okay, it's not this situation, but poor management usually comes from a lack of investment from people in charge and a lack of interest in the outcome. Yeah, I guess so. Or like maybe they underestimate, in this situation perhaps it's that they underestimate the necessity of good management. Like, it's been running so far, they haven't really faced anything like this before, any big scale controversy that's like comparable to what's happening right now. So maybe because of that, they were like, we don't need to invest that much in our managers and our human resources. What the fuck is that shit? If we can cut corners, we will get that dough, hustle culture, etc., etc. And then they now are facing the consequences of that. Oh my god. When he made this stream, it was already X, I just noticed.
I advocated for their talents when the tribal wars happened last year. So I don't want any motherfucker telling me I'm a fake NGEN fan, or I'm just calling them out multiple times to clout chase, or that I'm concerned fagging. Like, I don't want anyone calling me that. Jesus. So,
was anybody?
Of course,
saying
I'm gonna be biased against Nijisanji En. Not at the talents, not at the culture, but at the agency itself. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't have any issues with the talents or the agencies that much. Like, for example, some of them have actually been collecting W's lately. Vox has raised a shit ton of dollars for charity the other week. I forgot when. Like, that's cool, you know. But literally, we can't disregard this as easily as, like, it's not something to be shoved under the table. What's it called? Shoved under the rug?
I don't think the company is necessarily responsible, you said, by the way. So, like, yeah, brushed under the rug, I think, is the saying. I think in this case it's quite clear. I think Missa has expressed on multiple occasions that he is swept under the rug. Shit. Not even, I didn't even get it right either. Yeah, swept. Brushed under the rug is not correct either. Swept. You do it with a broom. That's the important part. If you picture it in your mind, you gotta do it with the broom. Okay. Anyway. I think in this case the company is quite heavily to blame, though, because Mista has voiced his complaints about, like, how things have been handled on multiple occasions. Yeah, and of course he solely communicates in 4chan speak. That's just something I have accepted at this point, and I'm not gonna call out every time it happens. Hey Warren, a new Warren has appeared. Shit, we have 2 Warrens now. Well, I don't know if other Warren is currently presently in chat, but hello.
Yeah.
I hope you're
because
well.
It's far from the Niji XID, Niji EN. It's far from the place that I want
another
my
me,
favorite
2
VTubers
Warrens.
to
There
be
it is. There they are.
Niji EN, Niji Sanji as a whole, it's a place where the talents aren't compensated rightfully, where they punish you for mistakes they make. A place. Okay, here's what I think
has
describes
appeared.
the branch best right now. It's a place where they sell you a dream that they can't make happen. Like, it's funny to me that Hololive has been pumping out nothing but good news the past few months, except the Magni Vesper thing and the Gura thing. But it's wild to me how the differences of the 2 agencies right now have never been more up.
True. 2 guys in Hololive are currently suspended, and we have no idea what's going on with them. At least as far as I know, they're just gone for some reason. I don't know why though. That's kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to figuring out what the fuck is happening there. Like, are they gonna come back? Are they not gonna come back? What's going on? Maybe not directly, but looking at how many events are going on, it does look like planned activities, I guess. Yeah, it looks like something's going on within the company for sure.
Like right now, Velocity is coming up. Towa is getting her first solo live. The girls are in Japan having sex. Kiara, well, no. I was about to say that Kiara is having the, like, mind-breaking, uterus-busting gay sex with Kali and Reina. Like, Gurai streaming
Excuse me? I literally wasn't listening for a second. What are you talking
streaming
about?
again, and actually having a shit ton of projects in order. So that's good because that means she wasn't gonna graduate as much as a lot of people would think she would.
Oh, you were trying to see what German VTubers are out there, and you saw this one. Oh, that's me. Yeah, I mean, I am German in the sense that I live here, but I do make content in English. Yes. What did he just say? I just didn't even catch that, right? Like, what are you talking? Legitimately, what is he talking about? Yeah, I do variety. Hi, Warren. Let me pitch myself to you. I do variety stuff. Currently talking about drama and news today. Tomorrow, Disco Elysium. Also politics and I mean, there's quite a bunch of drama in that too, honestly.
Including me. The girls are getting their home 3D. EN3 is coming soon. I'll talk about EN3 later.
True, EN3 I've heard about for
What the
HoloLive
fuck?
as well.
Hello, EN fans are eating good.
Mhm.
And chat, literally last year, during this time, both branches were pumping out good news left and right. In fact, the fans were being...
He just brushed over his weird-ass comment, okay. Yeah. Wir sind ja alles Deutsche, die Englisch... That's what you gotta do. Be Germans who speak English. I am the prime example of that.
Like, I hate tribalism. But it's a good problem to have. Because when it comes to agencies like Holo and Niji, that just means that both places...
Siska coming in with the most eloquent German to show that she isn't indeed really German. Good job.
Are winning. Their fan bases are monkeys trying to argue which one of them is winning harder. Like, that's a good problem to have, right? I would rather have that kind of problem than this one.
What?
At the very least, that problem was entertaining as fuck. But this is not. None of this is funny. Mr. Graduating like this is not funny.
Obviously not.
Again, unless you're a tribal HoloLive fan, I guess, or a Zionist that wanted some vindication, then, I guess watching Niji burn is fun for you. But it's not fun for me, and I assume it's not fun for a shit ton of others who just wants to have fun with their VTubers.
I was watching on 1.25 speed, because sometimes he takes very, very long breaks between words, and that's probably because, English isn't his first language. I get that. Sometimes you gotta think about what words you need to say, but, like, it was a little bit tough on occasion. I envy you for your accent-free English. So thank you. It's not accent-free. It has many, many, many accents sort of kind of sprinkled in there that all mix together into the mega accent, the macro accent, the accent, if you will, perhaps. And that's something else completely. Oh no, our next topic surprised me. Oh no, I forgot that this is in here. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to speak about him. I don't want to. Oh no. You notice that? Yeah. I talk without a German accent. I know, right? Did I grow up outside of Germany? Nope. I've left the country like twice. I grew up on the internet though. Sad reality of the situation. I went to Portugal once. Okay, I went to Vienna, but like that doesn't count. I went to Vienna multiple times, and I went to Czechia, kind of, but not even like for real. Yeah, Portugal. Left the country like for real once. Going to Portugal, to Lisbon. That was fun, but other than that, nope. At least I don't have the Saxony accent. You don't want to hear me speaking English. Oh my god, I love. And by love, I do mean kind of hate, but also love a Saxonian accent in English. That's very special. Yes, an accent with a hint of superiority and a whiff of silly. A little bit of silliness. Also, Tenji Tippeltapples. Hi, little Mr. Man. I think Mr. Man knows that my mom is preparing to leave for the dentist soon, so he's worried about that. Let's talk about Tenji instead. Yeah, let's not speak about Friedrich Merz. I have no intention about speaking. No, I do. I have intention about speaking about Friedrich Merz. It's just like not really like doesn't bring a lot of joy, does it? Tenji, that's my dog. My dog. Wait. Okay, new viewer. I must show the new viewer Tenji. Let me procure an image. Wait a second. I will procure an image of Tenji, the boy. I've had him for many years, and I have been interested in Japanese culture for many a year. So, what's the best image to introduce you to the concept of the Tenj? I think the one where he's screaming at you is good. Ah! It's important. Show the lion. Oh, I mean, there he is. Roar. He roars. Oh my god, I love dogs. Oh my god, me too. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Yes. Why just any new viewer? We all deserve daily dog pics. This is true. But I only have so many on my computer, and I always show you the same ones. I should send myself more dog pics, I guess. Haha, please don't. 1-1. That's the boy. That's he who speaks in the background of streams sometimes. Do we have one with the lion? Is this a lion? No, this is the bunny. This one is a very funny picture of him, by the way. He's so cute. He is very cute, isn't he? He also has a funny face. Why does he look like that? What is this facial expression? I'm still thinking about it. Wait, I gotta text back my mom. It will be 1 more hour. 1 more. The godly being himself has graced us with the presence. It's such a devious little smile. He's the most devious fellow in New York City. Just that it's not New York City. And he has his little bunny here on the duvet cover in not my room. But he's often on this bed. He can often be seen, pictured on this bed. This one is the one where he has the cat on the same bed. See, now there he looks very, like, proud, doesn't he? Your father used to have a dog. Yeah, this is the only dog I ever had. That's him. It's a good boy. Very, very precious. Very big ears. Behold the ear. It's important. Anyway, I think I've shown you enough pictures of him. Now we've pre-gamed sufficiently for getting into Matt's news. He's so good. He has so many plushies. And he's walking around in the background. Puss in Boots vibe for some reason. I mean, yeah, it's the same kind of cat. It's also same green eyes, same kind of colors. He could be Death. He's the only likable proud boy. That takes me out. That kills me. You cannot just say such a thing to me. I need to drink something. He's a silly little boy. He's just a little guy. He's a little fellow. He has many opinions. He used to study, for the lore, by the way, he used to teach philosophy at Cambridge. But he's retired now, so like he's done with that. He's written a couple of books, of course not handwriting. He had somebody, who he dictated the books to. They write them down for him. But some people write books like that. Steiner wrote books like that. Here's a fact you need to know. Yeah, that's the lore. That is the lore. Is that he used to be a Cambridge philosophy professor a while ago. Hence why he's bilingual. I almost said dilingual. The fuck is that? Is that when you die because you know too many languages? Uh-oh, can that happen? I just made something up to be afraid of. That's cool. Now I know what it feels like, finally. All right. So we have an article about this guy. Boo. This guy, boo. Bad. Boo. CDU leader Friedrich Merz has been accused of copying the far-right's populist rhetoric. Boo! Bad! Stop doing that! Now we're really in it now, gamers. The firewall, in quotation marks, to Germany's far right is crumbling because of some statements this guy made. Boo! Boo! Merz is literally pissing on the firewall. Wasn't Merz a left? No, he was never a leftist leader. Scholz is like, SPD is like left-leaning and stuff, but not this guy. No, he's CDU. CDU is center right-leaning. Anyway, well, I got to go now. See who else is out there. See you around sometime. Very cool. Find yourself a good group of German VTubers. I wonder who else is out there. Like, if you come back, once you come back, do tell me your findings, because I don't know that many German VTubers specifically. How did you both write the same thing immediately? What the fuck? You both wrote the exact same thing. I love that. 2.0 specifically, not just 2.0. Huh. Okay. Now we in the politics. We really in it now. Adieu. Number 2. Yes. With love. 1.0, I guess. Yeah. That is how it is. Anyway. We're gonna read this entire thing, because I didn't look into it first, so, we do live article reading as we do. As support for Germany's populist AfD is rising, some of its political opponents seem to be adopting far-right rhetoric as a bid to win over voters. But there are warnings that this can have the opposite effect. Interesting. Yeah, true, right, that's what she tweeted. I scrolled through this before a little bit. This is one of the big shots in the AfD. And she's basically complaining that he's taking their talking points away, which, you know, not a great look to have. But anyway, I'm skipping ahead. Don't want to do that. During his candidacy for the center-right, yeah, it's center-right, that's what I called it too, center-right Christian Democrats, the CDU, leadership in November 2021, Friedrich Merz declared a firewall between the CDU and the far-right populist Alternative for Germany, Alternative für Deutschland, AfD, and threatened anyone who wanted to work with them with expulsion from the party. So in 2021, he erected a pretty hard line. And I think that's good. Good choice. Yay! Friedrich Merz. Woo! Friedrich Merz. But suddenly, it seems like he changed his tune a little bit. We will continue reading. We will figure out what has happened more recently. But the firewall against the far right appears to be crumbling. On Sunday, Merz said in an interview with public broadcaster ZDF that it is okay to work with the far right at the local level. This is also a link, by the way. Does that link us to the entire thing? Nope, that links us to an update on the article. Sometimes I don't know why there's links in articles. They are sometimes a little bit misleading. You'd think, like, if I click AfD, I'd get a definition of that, I guess. No, I get the whole topic. Okay. See, I would assume I would get a definition or something, but it doesn't matter, either way. So apparently he's like, actually working with them on a local level? Yeah, that's okay. Doesn't sound like a firewall now, does it? If an AfD mayor is elected in a town or municipality, then, quote, it's natural that we have to look for ways to ensure that we continue to work together in the city, Merz said, triggering heavy pushback in his own party, which led him to, again, backpedal a day later. Again, yes, this is, of course, a spineless thing to do. Very spineless. You say that shit, and then you're like, oh, well, actually, sorry. No, I didn't mean it like that. But I prefer that to him actually going full force on it, you know? This is preferable to him saying, actually, I do think I agree with what I've said earlier. Yeah, the backpedal is weak, yes, but still better than him doubling down on it, no? Are they actually Christians? Oh, yeah. I think they're actually Christians. Well, I mean, actually Christians. I guess that's kind of a tough call to make, especially for me, as the prime atheist, whatever that is. But I do think that they're actually Christian as much as you can be. I mean, nobody really listens to, look out for your neighbor or whatever the fuck it says in the Bible. Nobody really does that. So if that's depends where your line is at. If that is your threshold for being an actual Christian, then yeah, the 90% disqualified. But, firewall is a hypothetical phenomenon where a freely falling observer spontaneously burns up at the horizon of a black hole. What the hell? Physics be crazy. Holy shit. That is insane indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking, love thy neighbor. Yep. Sometimes my cadence reminds me of those NPC TikToks and I get scared. Ice cream's so good. Gang. I will never make one of those videos. I do not wish to participate. The most people who point to being Christian are bad Christians. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Do unto those as you would have them do unto you is another one that Christians like to ignore. A lot of them anyway, not every single Christian, obviously. Anyway, last week at a meeting of the two conservative parties, the Christian Democratic Union, CDU, and its regional Bavarian ally, the CSU, Christian Socialist Union. Funny name to have for, like, the type of vibes that you got. CDU chairman Friedrich Merz described his center-right bloc as the Alternative for Germany with substance. That's what he said? That's such a bad idea to say such a thing. That is such a bad... Bavaria mentioned! Let's go, Bavarians in chat! I usually only mention you with scorn and hatred and ridicule, but here we have a, neutral mention, I suppose. Damn, that's such a bad thing to say. Friedrich. Bruder. Friedrich. Don't do that, please. Thank you. The remark also didn't go unnoticed by Alice Weidel, co-chair of the far-right populist Alternative for Germany. I always like to say it like in German instead, AfD. Can you not just write AfD? Who tweeted, "No matter how Merz bends, we remain the original." Jesus, fuck.
Sehr viel konkreter noch einmal darlegen und damit auch deutlich machen, dass wir wirklich eine Alternative für Deutschland mit Substanz sind. Und das werden wir zeigen.
I love that you cannot hear the applause. So in real Lappen moves. It's true. He's like a wet washcloth. Not great. Who are you appealing to? I guess he's appealing to the AfD voters. That's what he's trying to do. I don't think that's gonna work. I think the AfD voters are gonna vote AfD. Like, yes, you're their closest alternative, I suppose, but this is gonna alienate all your, like, less extremist followers. Jesus. Well, they don't sound like Christians. Sounds like people who say they're Christian, but then do the things Christians literally said you should not do. Like our Republicans over here in the US. Well, yeah. I mean, these guys... Wait, was Merz there? I don't remember if Merz went to meet Ron DeSantis, but can I find that picture? I mean, it's pertinent, isn't it? I don't remember if CDU or CSU was there, or both, because I mix them up all the time. Ron DeSantis meeting. Yeah. Oh, it was CSU. Okay, so it wasn't him then, probably. Do we have a picture? There is a picture. Show me a picture. I want a picture. They met up together. Yep. Okay, Merz wasn't there, though. It's just this guy. Scheuer was there, I believe. Jesus Christ. Look at that. So I just now noticed the cup that they're holding. Yeah, Merz was not here. Merz was not present. Well, he dodged that one, I guess. He's holding a little, like, beer glass with an American flag crossed with a Bavarian flag. Oh, I'm so sorry that you guys have this image. The smiles are priceless. Look at them. They look like they're in pain. Everybody looks like they're in variable amounts of pain. Oh God. I'm so sorry, Bavarians. This is a rough image to have on the internet in general. Anyway, moving on. Holy shit. When Friedrich Merz took over the chairmanship of CDU in November 2021, he vowed to reposition his party successfully and slash the far-right populist AfD by half by taking on more extremist views and by becoming them. You were supposed to destroy the AfD, not join them, Friedrich. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Yeah. 18 months later, the AfD has doubled its support and is polling at 20% nationwide. Wow. Yeah. Love that. Absolutely thriving. Second only to the conservative bloc, which hovers just about under 30%, seemingly unable to benefit from disenchantment with the center-left government in Berlin. True, they are not growing. Instead, the AfD is. In what is seen as a blatant attempt to steal far-right thunder, Merz and other CDU-CSU politicians have been echoing far-right and anti-refugee rhetoric as they refocus on strengthening the economy and law and order. Yeah, obviously. Look at those dudes. Markus Söder, links, and Friedrich Merz on the right have been demonstrating unity. Look at the boys. The boys are partying. The boys are together. Look at the boys. Jesus Christ. What type of strategy is that? Just, okay. You don't like us anymore? Well, how about we become far right? Would you like to vote for us now, huh, AfD voters? Meanwhile, the AfD just keeps growing because guess what? The AfD voters will vote for the AfD. You should not be trying to get them. You should try to get somebody else. Maybe the disillusioned, I don't know, FDP people. I don't know who would go to you, honestly. Far-right rhetoric. Far-right populists capitalize on anti-refugee sentiment, of course, as always, as Germany has again seen a rise in refugee numbers with the arrival of over 1 million Ukrainians since the outbreak of the war. Why did I say law? That is not the word that's written there. Obviously. Anti-refugee, always. they're always going to be anti-refugee. That's like their core tenet. Anybody who's on the right, especially in Europe. I mean, okay, America is also very anti-immigration and all of that stuff. Anti-refugee in that sense too. But Europe also hates their refugees. Oh boy, do they hate people coming into their fucking country. The right-wingers of Europe, obviously. In his Sunday interview, Merz was also supported proposals from within his own party to reconsider the country's asylum laws. There was no question that Germany was a country that wanted to help in the world, but this aid must not be abused. Fuck off, said Merz. See, this is what happens when you try to pronounce it in English. It gets weird. Yeah, Ukrainian refugees. Yeah. Adding that it is currently being abused hundreds, thousands of times over. Yeah, sure. They are just doing it for funsies. As we all know, they're just doing it to get our jobs. We all know this. Even though I thoroughly dislike Merkel, at least with the refugees, she tried to do the right thing. Yeah, there's like, Merkel's history is long and obviously sordid. There's a lot going on in there that I'm not too clear about. Merkel was fucking at the lead of Germany for most of my life, I'm pretty sure, right? Or definitely most of my conscious life. And now things are weird because she's gone. And I mean, she was with their party as well, but she was CDU as well, but you know, she was better than Merz anyway, so that's something. God, I am somehow not surprised that they hate refugees. Yeah, the Europeans have problems with that. He said a solution to the migrant issue would also have a side effect. Then the AfD would become smaller again, he said, in a show of confidence. I don't know if it would be... First of all, you can't... A solution to the migrant issue. Very bad. Very, very bad. And second of all, I doubt they would even be impacted too dramatically. Because they can still sow misinformation, dude. They can still sow misinformation about how bad, in quotation marks, it actually is. And they're going to continue to do that. I think they can still drum up support for themselves anyway. Do you want to be tagged in Discord things? I do. I do. Do tag me. I don't mind. I don't mind being tagged. Because otherwise, chances are that I don't necessarily see it. Oh, you sent a video about loss and stuff. Yeah, you can tag me. I don't mind. It's fine. Eat fine. It's such bullshit. Yeah. If there was no refugee crisis, they would find something else. Yeah, they will find something to vilify, I guess. And... they don't need the refugees for that, the Ukrainian refugees. They can find somebody else. It's absolutely fine. Germany shouldn't be coming up with any solutions. Yeah, no more of that, okay? No more of that, please. Like, I mean, we already had the last one, so, like, you can't do any more after that. Literally, it says it was the last. Meanwhile, the Bavarian CSU head, Markus Söder, who is seeking re-election in October, has been ramping up a full-on attack on the Green Party and their wokeness. Oh my god, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Why do we have... Why do we have this shit too now? I don't want that. America, keep your shit away from us. Stop. It's so annoying. People are complaining about wokeness in the Green Party now. I mean, they have been for a while, but like, stop adopting every terminology from the United States. It's annoying. Stop it. Green hearts. Let's go. Green Party. Fucking crush them. I don't think that will happen, but man, that would be nice. If all the leftists in this country could actually organize and vote for the Green Party in, like, general elections, that would be nice. Please do that. America truly is the hegemony. It's a sad state of affairs. I don't like it. Oh my god. I breathed in wrong? I breathed in too hard and my heart hurt? Is Friedrich Merz currently killing me? Okay, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Let's do some stretchies right there. I breathed in wrong and my heart, like, hurt. What the fuck? Friedrich Merz, please stop murdering me on live stream. If I die in the next 10 minutes, it's Friedrich Merz's fault. I said it. Love how that literally cut me off in a sentence. What the fuck? What the fuck? but we need to spread US crazy everywhere. Please cease doing that. Conservatism and their culture war are the cancer of today's societies. Honestly, what the fuck are they on about? Wokeness. Wokeness here, wokeness everywhere. The woke boogeyman is going around and he's very scary. When everyone becomes crazy, then no one will be crazy. It's a perfect solution. I see the plan, but I'm not on board with it. Please. Also, my heart is good again. That was, well, not my heart, like a chest. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Health concerns? Ha! Not me. I just will ignore it. Thank you very much. Ahead of state elections in Bavaria in October. So this is happening like upcoming October. Good luck, gamers. The CDU-CSU are courting conservative voters by increasingly adopting far-right talking points. Good luck, Bavarian gamers. I hope. How the fuck did wokeness even become the word they use anyway? I don't know. It's a weird choice. It comes like from... what does being alert and awake have to do with politics? I mean, it comes from like Black American lingo. There's a word for it that I forget. But, you know, that's where it originally comes from. And it meant a generally positive thing. Somebody who's like aware of the political situation, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know why they chose that one to make their like scary word. Ooh, their new horrible, scary word. Like it used to be communists, I guess, and communism, but they don't say that anymore, I guess. I don't know why not. I feel like they could use that one again. That would be fun. But now it's wokeness. No more communism, only wokeness. For some reason. Doesn't look good in Bavaria, especially in my hometown. Yeah, I know. I want to wish you the best of luck anyway, but yeah, it's not great, is it? Copycat rhetoric does not work. Nope. According to Werner Krause, a political scientist at the University of Potsdam, and one of the authors of a study examining the strategies of mainstream parties and the success of the far right, there is this common wisdom saying that had mainstream parties been less progressive on migration, there would be no radical right success. Krause told DW, pointing to the inter-party backlash against former CDU Chancellor Angela Merkel's welcoming approach towards hundreds of thousands of refugees who fled to Europe from Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and North Africa in 2015. But is that true? I thought Krause was gonna end by saying, but that is actually not true because, but I don't see that yet. There would be no radical. I don't agree with you, Krause. Mr. Krause man, I don't agree with that. Katja Heuer, an Anglo-German historian and expert on German national history, explains that under Angela Merkel's 16-year tenure, bro. It's Tenchi time. Tenchi's gonna be imprisoned, I think, soon, within my room, so my mother can leave the house without being attacked. That means that he's going to bark. That means that we have to wait for a second. Woofy, the baby! Oh, he's already doing it a little bit early, I think. Maybe. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it. My mom has left. My mom is leaving. Tenchi, don't wanna come here. Woofy time. It's barky. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey. Big guy. Hey, big guy. Oh, there he is. Big guy's on my lap. Hello, big guy. He has spoken. He's very mad about Friedrich Merz. Tell me what you think about Friedrich Merz, Tenchi. Okay. Any other thoughts? Yeah, Friedrich Merz. Yeah, Friedrich Merz. Yes, you can like. You don't like him. He's always mad when my mom leaves the house. He would rather nobody ever leave the house and everybody always stay with him all the time. Well, he's up, you know. Hello, grrr. Hello, grrr. Very based opinion. Good job. Good job, Tenchi. Good job, baby boy. Okay, now calm down. Now we're gonna read our article. Yeah, it's in former AAVE. That was the word that I was looking for. To state that you are aware of Americans' anti-black issues. Yes. And the left adapted it first before the right did. True, though. That is true. Matt sucks. Grrr. You're such a good political commentator, little boy. Our streamer. Our streamer. Tenji, our streamer. See, this would be why it would be nice to have a camera and have, like, you know, face streams, because then you could see more than... You could see him sit on this chair and give his political commentary on Friedrich Merz and the AfD. What do you think about the AfD? Can you do another grrr? I don't want to, like, shake him to make him grrr. That won't work. Oh, he did a yawn. He's so tired of the AfD. Oh my god. I love prescribing political opinions to my pets. It's important. It's something everyone should do. Good morning, Bro Dragon. We're, bad news, but for Germany, so don't worry. Don't worry too much. Also not, like, actively bad news. Just like, ugh. Yeah, right, Tenji? I agree. Yeah, the CDU-CSU shifted from a socially conservative party firmly on the center-right of the political spectrum to a party resembling the Social Democratic Party with left leanings, which created a political vacuum on the right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of did. I can see that, yeah. To goob you, the boy. Yeah, honestly, during Merkel era, the CDU-CSU did not feel as right-wing as, like... It could have, it should have, it would have, I guess. Or as, like, their 10-year state. But, you know, like I said, it's been a long time. She did a lot of stuff in those 16 years. They killed the SPD with that move, true. They were not very popular during that time. And now they had, like, their little comeback. Tenji, you're in the way of my camera. Is that okay? Are you allowed to do that? I don't know. If you had any concerns about immigration, there wasn't really anywhere to vote. Hoyer told DW. Right of the CDU, there was nothing at all the way to the AfD, effectively. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense, though. That does make sense. It's just, it's your problem if you have fucking problems with immigration. So... Yeah, but I don't like any of that. I'm like trying to think, okay, what would the solution then be? What's the solution that we're looking for? Are we looking for the CDU-CSU to become our Republicans for real, and then they just vote the Republicans into power, the in quotation marks Republicans, which are then the CDU-CSU, but that isn't good either. I don't want that either, dude. I would rather there are no Republicans in Germany. I would rather there just is weird sort of leftist politics in Germany. Just remain there. I don't mind that. A European context. In Spain, a move towards hardline anti-immigration policies by mainstream right parties has done nothing to stop the rise of the far-right Vox party. Yeah, true. Another perspective. Does it really help, though? No, they will find other things to be worried about. Are we looking for the solution? Stop. Please stop. No more of this. Across Europe, far-right anti-immigration parties have seen their fortunes rise. True. Meloni is in fucking government in Italy. Zecke party. We need the Zecke party. I mean, we could co-opt... Is the Pirates Party any good? I know there's a Pirates Party. There used to be. I feel like, I don't know, anybody doesn't talk about them anymore. But they seemed fun. I remember when I was like 12 or 13, we got, I don't know, it must line up with some sort of election, so maybe I'm very wrong. But I remember when I was younger and they sent like advertisement, and I found the advertisement very appealing. They sounded fun. I think they talked about video games. I don't remember. Oh no, I laughed too hard and I choked. Oh, I have so many health issues today. What the fuck? You hear that? Luffy is a member of the Pirates Party. Let's actually go. Let's vote for him immediately. Okay, Tenji, I'm reading this article. Don't worry. Yeah. And mainstream parties have sought to adopt far-right rhetoric and hardline policies on immigration as a way to win back support. But the data from 12 European countries, some of it dating back to the 1970s, shows that it's a losing strategy. Of course, if you go tough on immigration, to some extent, you legitimize the view and the policy agenda of the far right, and, to put it in very simple terms, voters will observe this shift in the mainstream party policy proposals, but will still prefer the original to the copy. Krause said, yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. The Pirates were an interesting alternative to all the other parties, like 10 years ago, yeah, but they didn't really achieve much. Okay, that's about as much as I know about them as well. There was also, like, we have like the Purple Party, and somewhat more recently there was like a new Marxist, I think it's MLPD, so Marxist Leninist party of Germany, but I think they're very much tankies. They gave me weird vibes even back then, before I knew what a Marxist-Leninist was, so, you know, don't know about that. Wicked hope they're not super local, because then I may have just committed a dox. Oh well. The latest example is Spain, or the move towards hardline anti-immigration policies by the mainstream right parties, the People's Party, the PP! Digi! Look at their party name! Look at their party name. The People's Party. The My Little Pony Party, oh my god, it should, yes! That's what they were, oh, of course. Yeah, we can hear Tenchi panting, because of course, if he's on my lap, he's gonna be sweaty, because that makes we're warmer here. Even though it's cold today, it's not very warm at all. Anyway, yeah, the People's Party and the Citizens, Ciudadanos, Ciudadanos, has done nothing to stop the rise of the far-right Vox Party. The fucking Vox Party. It's, again, a cool name, but not good. Jesus. Numerous studies that once show that once a far-right party becomes an established player in an electoral arena, it is very difficult to reduce their electoral support. I don't want to hear that. Don't tell me that. Why are you telling me that? Shut up. According to political scientist Werner Krause. And he points out that when mainstream parties adopt more restrictive immigration policies, this tends to have an adverse effect, as voters tend to defect to far-right parties. Stop saying this to me. Stop speaking. No, I don't want to hear about this. This is very sad. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. Holy shit. I mean, the name Vox is actually already taken by a demon VTuber, so they should change their name. Oh my god, that will lead to some funny Google searches. No Vox, why? Get back to ASMR. Damn. Imagine that. You Google Vox and you find the VTuber instead of your fucking right-wing party. If we look at the far-right Golden Dawn in Greece, it suffered substantial electoral defeats after state authority drew a direct link between the party leadership and right-wing extremist violence, Krause said, but that success was short-lived. I mean, similar here, huh? Now, oh, yeah, that was my straw, honey. Don't touch that. Don't touch that with your little nose, my dude. It's a glass straw. Do you want water? I can pour you some if you want. Now there are 3 right-wing parties in the Greek parliament. Oh, man, Europe is kind of fucked, isn't it? I think Europe is cooked, guys. Can we start over? I don't want this Europe anymore. It's bad. Our Europe has gone bad. Can we help? Can we help this Europe somehow? The same is true in France, where Marine Le Pen, of course, our favorite lady, president of the far-right National Rally, formerly the National Front, Jesus, is now the most significant electoral force on the right, continuing to be the sole beneficiary of debates on identity and migration. God, this fucking Ampel-Irrsinn stoppen. Yeah. Mutbürger. The Germans come up with the silliest names for their movements and or their, like, generally words. Germans come up with such silly words all of the time. We are such a silly little country, and I think we should continue being a cute little silly little country and not vote for the AfD, okay? Thank you very much. Mutbürger, okay. Calm down. Sit down. Sit down, old man. Please. Thank you. Look at all these old white people. Look at all these geriatric fucks. Yes, but only if we can reset America with it. Honestly, we need a big reset. Welcome to Thanos era, Zecke. No, Thanos is maybe not the best example. Tenchi. My face tracking ignored, labeled, and ridiculed. The majority of the AfD support comes from voters from East Germany. Oh, wo befinden wir uns hier? No idea. Okay. Don't know specifically where. Yeah, I know. Don't tell me that. I know. We're just silly little guys. We're silly little German guys. Don't vote for the AfD. Silly little German boy. Don't vote for the AfD. I'm going to... I don't know how to finish my joke, but... Please don't, little German boy. Please don't. Yeah, I know. We... East Germany. Oh... I mean, is it ever? Woo! East Germany? Not often. Let's be honest. Not often. Kissy for Tenji. He want all the attention. He's a big boy. Who's gonna go? I'm not gonna say the word AWALK with me after stream is over. Yes, it's gonna be us. We're GOINGING on a WALK later. I think he knows both of those words, so we gotta be a little bit careful with that. Anyway, we're gonna finish our article first, though. We still got some time to do that. Yes. He can't spell. I know. He may be a retired professor of philosophy from Cambridge, but that doesn't mean he can spell. Anti-immigrant sentiment is just one element of a broader pattern. Truly, they're like anti-woke. It's a whole thing. According to Katja Hoyer, amid the cost of living crisis stemming from the COVID-19 pandemic, recovery, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine, rapid social and technological change, and the ensuing culture wars, voters are angry about being ignored, labeled, and ridiculed, she said, adding that this is particularly true in the eastern region, where there are comparatively high support rates for the AfD. Yay, it's true. Wow. Bonjour, Zecke. Hello, Sprenny. How are you? I have Tenchi on my lap because he's a cute little guy and he wanted to give his opinion, and then he didn't have that many. I mean, Germany has its own culture wars, but it's honestly just your guys' culture wars that we also talk about, because everybody also talks about what the US talks about. Like, you cannot ever leave your we just copied America's. Like, our own ones, you think we come up with this shit? Nah. We translate what you're talking about, and then we talk about it. But that's what they do, you know? That's what they do. The European countries. Many say that they came onto the streets in 1989 to bring one dictatorship down, so they are not in the mood now to allow the state to tell them how to live their lives and what to do. You'd think if they've experienced dictatorship, they would know what a dictatorship is, but alas, somehow they don't. I honestly don't get it. Yes, they move and they open and close. They're technically just supposed to be open, but my eyes are often semi-closed because I'm smiling and talking and stuff. So his eyes are going into the transition mode between open and closed. However, no, Hoyer said, adding that the mainstream parties should make more of an effort to talk to people in these communities directly and combat the far right with good policies, not inflammatory rhetoric. Tough. Very tough. Hey, Wolfie, hello! We're having a good time. Tenchi's on my lap, so he gets kissies and head pats sometimes, so at least there's that. Petting an animal is proven to release good endorphins in your brain and stuff, so maybe I'll be fine after all. In post-war West Germany, mainstream parties have either tried to be broad enough to accommodate, where's the or? Wait, what? Mainstream parties have either tried to be broad enough to accommodate far-right voters, or where's the or? There's no or. I misread things often enough. Okay? Something is wrong in the sentence, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I've misread it somewhere else. Yeah, they've been trying to be broad enough to accommodate far-right voters. I know how English is supposed to work. I know there's supposed to be an or in there somewhere. Hey, what the fuck? I don't think parroting what the AfD does is the way forward. Yeah, no, me neither. No shit, Hoyer said. You can't carry on with politics as usual and then use the odd bit of language that you've picked up from the AfD and hope that that's going to make those problems disappear. No, don't do that, please. Yeah, the word either. We're talking about the word either. The word either is in there, and either is continued with an or, isn't it? Usually, it's either or. No, you cannot just, you need another word in there. If mainstream politicians don't make a real effort to try and win people back, Hoyer believes voters will turn to far-right in even greater numbers, and that could present a genuine danger to liberal democracy. Okay, this article has been edited to add Friedrich Merz's comments in a ZDF interview on July 23rd. Culture war. The term usually is just used to divert attention from class war, right? Yes, that is where that term comes from. Because, yeah, because yes. Not my dog. It's not my dog. It's like at the time I'm about to pet my dog, he will run and bite my hand. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, nor works, I guess, or nor either. you need the other one in there. They go together. Doesn't matter. A culture war is so that 99% stay divided against the 1%, so to speak. Yeah. It's all in use for the 1% who don't give a shit either way because they're rich. Yes. Little man. Just learning about Germans adapting far-right talking points and fucking all of your talking points actually, and all of your culture wars and all of that. Yeah, I think that's pretty comprehensive. We can look at the tweets as well. And then I guess we're gonna have to choose just one of the other ones to talk about because alas, I talk way longer than I thought I would. Whoopsie. Did I miss the shit about Twitter? Yeah, that's at the start. I did a tier list for my favorite letters in order to show that I, in fact, am a fan of the letter X, despite not liking the Twitter changes. English is twisting in my single brain cell. Fair. So apparently he's also going back on this on Twitter, where he just, basically tells lies, where he's like, oh no, to clarify once more, and I've never said it any differently, the decision that the CDU has made is that there will be no cooperation between the CDU and the AfD on a communal, like on a small or big level, like that's what he's saying. But he did say the opposite earlier, so he's just lying. I like how there's like added context where there's a quote from the CDF summer interview, a direct quote, and also of course on the communal parliament level, whatever, you gotta find ways in which you can form and shape the city, the area together, and he's referring to the AfD in the statement. The cooperation is in relation to lawmakers, I guess is what that means. Yeah, but Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus. I miss Dennis K's tweet. He's cool. Not being able to passive lurk on Twitter is sad. No more passive lurking. It's sad times, I know, right? Zitcher too. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're going to Zitcher to look at some Zeets. I'm sorry for saying it wrong. Yeah, he honestly thinks he can just say whatever, and he will be the candidate for being the chancellor. Meanwhile, I don't think anybody is particularly like psyched about fucking Friedrich Merz of all people. Right, Tenji? You're not psyched about Friedrich Merz. Yeah, here he said this is in reply to the same tweet, and somebody just clarifies once more to clarify, yes. If you say in front of like the cameras that are rolling right now that on a communal level you will be working, that there is an opportunity for cooperation between the CDU and the AfD, and then after there's backlash you suddenly like produce a fucking shit tweet, Zeet actually, where you claim that you'd never said that, then that is lying. Good clarification. Every time the X appears we jump scare. Can Denji talk? That is so cute. Denji, please speak. I mean, he speaks his mind often enough, but he doesn't have a speak command. I don't know how to. We didn't teach him that. We were more trying to work on the shut up command, but it's also not working. So there we go. Can we swap dog? He comes with his own levels of issues, Yeah, he's like a conservative opportunist dude. Yep. For sure. Very opportunistic, but I do prefer that he goes back on it rather than doubling down on it still. Hi, Ryan. Hello. I was gone for the past 15 minutes. Oh, it's still the same shit. Still the same shit. We're still on the fact that Friedrich Merz said that he would be alright with collaborating with the AfD, but then said that he actually didn't mean to say that at all, or something like that, or never said that to begin with. What, me? I would never. But generally is parroting AfD talking points in order to appeal to right-wing voters. Enough Merz for today. This is the last Merz adjacent post. Exemplary. Yes, this politician wants to be more tolerant of the right and disenchant them with political responsibility. Wow. Literally Mats right now. Literally Mats. Sorry for being 2 hours late. Oh, don't worry about it. You got it. Oh, Tenji, you have like crumbs on your head. Tenji has crumbs on his head. Where do they come from, Tenji? Where do you procure crumbs to put on your head from? Was that like, where's that from? He tells me nothing. He sits here in silence. He lets me know absolutely nothing. So I think we should start on a end. It's literally the opposite. I think we should end on a positive. Show me the funny man. The funny man? You mean Tench? You mean the Tench? Or do you mean Friedrich Merz? They're two different breeds of funny. We're done with Merz. No more Merz. Merz over. Merz is so over. And now we're gonna move on to something fun instead, because I want to watch the Chris Tyson video from Anthony Padilla with you guys. I don't have a lot of notes on it. I just want to show it to you for some like positive vibes. You know, you gotta see some good stuff sometimes every now and then. And I mean, I guess I do have some commentary. Spawns in. Hello, Kenny. See Anthony Padilla on the docket. Damn weird to see his name nowadays. Well, I've come back around to being adjusted to it, because I was also never like really into Smosh, honestly. So I never had that, or barely had that association with him, and then he just became interview man. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Good video. Fun video. Also long video. Oh Jesus. Maybe we don't watch the entire thing. We'll see about it. Maybe I can also shut up a little bit. Unlikely. We'll see. Santi has to do walkies. Yeah, it's so nice seeing Chris be her true self. It's very nice. I watched some of this already, so this one is a little bit pre-watched.
So scared of saying I'm a woman and then instantly hearing, no, you're not. Mm-hmm. Because in my head, I fought with that every day.
This
YouTube
episode is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
Oh God, not BetterHelp. We had something in... Yes, Angel, you're still here. We had something in the content suggestions about BetterHelp that I didn't put on the docket today. Well, first of all, it's pretty crowded, obviously, as we saw by not being able to get through all of it. And second of all, I also don't think BetterHelp is very good. I think BetterHelp is very bad, potentially. I've never tried it myself. I haven't done a deep dive, obviously, but I've only heard bad things about it, and I don't like that everybody on the planet Earth is sponsored by BetterHelp. I've only heard bad things. Is that the taller guy from Smash Bros? Yes. Did they fix their shit? I don't know. Oh, don't worry about it. You can propose as many topics as you want, and that's what the channel is for. I like to have the channel there. You know, maybe sometimes people just want to look at what's in there as well. I like it when you propose topics. Don't worry about it at all. And then I'll choose, which ones I do want to talk about and which ones I don't. That's fine. That is fine. Please don't talk to me about BetterHelp. I think you won't.
BetterHelp.com/Padilla, because sometimes existing is exhausting. And if you want to watch this episode completely ad-free, no sponsors, and completely uncensored, click the join button down below to become a member. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
The big guy's Luigi.
Chris.
Hello, Anthony.
You have been a part of Mr. Beast's videos since the inception, pretty much?
Basically, I was there.
I also hope we don't get copyright strike for this, but I wouldn't think so. Fingers crossed. If yes, then you'll see, but it doesn't matter. Like it's not a strike. It's just like you get like, hey, no more, please. What the heck? What the heck is this guy? Also, a quick background before this video actually starts. I have never watched a full Mr. Beast video ever, so I'm like not a fan. I don't know what goes on. I know what goes on in Mr. Beast videos generally, but I've never watched a full one. So
when he created the channel, I was his first subscriber.
Were you also his bestie?
Bestie, yeah.
They were besties, Your Honor.
We sat at the same lunch table. We were kind of the only kids who talked about like YouTube and video games.
So a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, the nerds. But so we would hang out afterwards, film videos together, and we just fell in love with doing it.
Yeah, I feel like the earliest videos you guys made really were capturing that friendship.
It was just us just doing whatever we could think of it, because there was no rules back then. There was no like algorithm or anything. It was just whatever you could film, put it on YouTube.
And the videos have blown.
The early days, very cute. This is like Mr. Beast's closest friend. Yeah, basically. You can skip to prevent YouTube bonk. I could, but I do want to just show you the video kind of, so we'll see. Who's Mr. Beast?
blown up to the point where now they're consistently getting over 100 million views each.
It's crazy.
And which is just, I can't even fathom how many people that looks like.
I can't either.
And you are in almost every video.
Yeah.
You kind of became Chris, the guy from Mr. Beast.
Exactly. It was actually, for the longest time, my Twitter bio was the guy in Mr. Beast videos. And then about a year and a half ago, it turned into sometimes I'm in Mr. Beast videos.
Oh, so the guy part was removed?
It was, yeah.
Get out. Oh, it's a legit question. I'm sorry. No, that's cute. Mr. Beast is like a huge YouTuber, but you don't need to know too much about him for the context of this, I guess, although it might make it more interesting. He's just like one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform right now, makes huge content, very much involving spending a lot of money, yes. That Anthony, formerly from Smosh? Yeah, he does interviews now, did you know? Very, very popular YouTuber, yes.
Yeah, that was removed a long time ago.
Like, was that anticipating?
Yeah, that was...
Wanting to detach from that identity?
Yeah, so for me, in my head, I was like, oh, people are going to instantly start asking questions if I did that. Because, like, when you're trans, you think everybody knows you're trans.
Yeah, it's like when you're high.
Yeah, exactly like it. But, so I took it out, and I was like, oh, no, people are going to know, Nobody ever said anything. So I was like, that was my first step, and I was like, okay. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I feel like about, maybe 6 months to a year ago, I started to see a change in your appearance.
Yes.
You started to look a little bit less masculine, a little bit less beardy.
Yeah.
At the exact same time, you looked like you were glowing, like you were more excited, like your posture was better, like you were like excited about life. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't realize how unhappy you looked beforehand.
Yeah.
Looking up old pictures of you, I searched old pictures of you, and you could see a dramatic shift.
But it wasn't a real smile. It was a performance smile. I mean, cause like, was I sad every single day during those times? No, but like in the back of my head, it was something I constantly felt like I wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't being true to the people who are fans of me, because I was hiding my true self from them. And
Yes, I don't want to interrupt her, but like a lot of this video goes over that, just like the happiness that you can find in being your true and authentic self. I think Anthony goes over that in a little moment too, that it's not like that is something that people can empathize with, probably even if they're not trans, like wanting to be a more authentic version of yourself. And I can definitely empathize with that as well, that level of it.
The thing that was really keeping me
and it's
for
just
so
nice to
long
see. This is just
away
nice
from,
news,
like, who I
you know?
truly am is how
This
people
makes me smile.
would
It's good
react.
to
I was
know.
so scared of, like,
to hear about.
I'm from a small town in a conservative area. So when I was younger, I was like, this little bubble is my entire world. How will they react? Then I got a little older. I was like, maybe one day. And then I got famous, and my bubble went from this small little town to hundreds of millions of people.
You've had a lot of...
True, that must be unimaginably tough to do, right? Like, if you have established such a brand for yourself, like, how the fuck... How are you gonna come out to so many people? That sounds scary. That sounds very scary. How to give a... yeah, right? I bet. How to give a T-girl anxiety. I've been looking at old pictures of you. I've deleted all the pics. Yeah, they do not exist. Yeah, I bet Anthony asked before he put those pictures in. I would assume. I feel like Anthony is very respectful like that. Because I'm also like, is it okay? But I mean, everything, for Chris specifically, everything is very much on the internet. Like it's out there. You can always see it. Like... Yeah,
people,
but for private people, that's a bit different.
Your gender,
yes.
You know, just you growing out your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, today you showed up fully.
I did.
Presenting.
I did.
As
girl
a woman.
mode, girl mode,
because
girl
I am
mode.
a woman.
Oh shit!
She, her.
You've never
She,
said that
her,
before, right?
she.
I've never
her.
said that publicly, no. But I've been fully like confident in that decision for over a year now. My idea was to kind of play catch up with the internet in the way that I discover myself. Like you were talking about, 6, 7, 8 months ago, my hair started growing out, all those kind of things. I wasn't quite sure exactly who I was yet, but I knew I was not cisgender. So I needed the freedom to be able to express myself and be able to figure out who I was. And so for a while, I was trying gender fluid.
Yeah, that is very fair. That's a lot of people's journey. Like, people make jokes about this, right? It's like the pipeline. Ooh, you start he, him, then it's he, they, then it's they, them, then it's they, she, then it's she, her. like that's kind of how it goes sometimes for people trying to experiment with their gender and trying to figure out what fits for them. I mean, it kind of makes sense to experiment like this way around. Because of the reach that MrBeast has, the pure amount of transphobic comments on most videos with Chris in them is absolutely baffling, I bet. But that's why I not that specifically, but like why I like the way that this situation is going down is that every big content creator is showing complete support, you know, for Chris. Everywhere. Like MrBeast, of course. Like MrBeast, I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but in the video, it said that MrBeast knew for a long time, so, you know. They are being very supportive, and they're not like casting Chris aside for being her authentic self or anything like that. Everyone is praising Anthony for how open-minded he is with this video, and it's so hard for him. Yeah, I mean, Anthony has been making so many videos about all sorts of communities. He's very good at this. I like that he started doing this, like, interview-style content, and he's very good at it as well. Yes.
It's like, what is making me feel like I'm bi gender?
Yeah, he's known for 7 years, MrBeast has.
You know, masculinity. And really, it was after a lot of talking with a therapist and a lot of like self reflection, I realized it was really just the societal pressure of, you're Chris from MrBeast. You're the guy that starts the fires. You're the guy that builds the stuff, you know? And like my whole life, I've enjoyed doing those things, but I've never really felt like the guy.
Yeah.
Yes, girls can build the fires. Girls can build the thing. Let's go. I'm not a fan of getting rid of your old pictures. Sure, you aren't that person anymore, but those are precious memories of your past. Yeah, I can see that perspective as well. I think it's definitely like a subjective perspective. I don't think yeah, definitely depends. I think some people who are trans are also like, yeah, I at the time back in the day, like I identified with what I had to, you know, what I looked like then more so, and then it just changed. I think that's valid too. Although that's more of like a minor case. More often you hear like, oh, I've always felt uncomfortable and I've always wanted to change it. But I think it can be either way. And you know what the best thing would be? No more gender whatsoever. Just don't talk about it anymore. I am a gender abolitionist too. But, you know, as long as you want to like, as long as it exists and it will exist for a while, you gotta figure out your place in it, I suppose.
And that becomes so intrinsically connected with who you are that it felt like it was shattering everything.
Exactly. And I was scared that people would think that I'm magically going to become a different person. But for me, I have no, like, I'm very proud of who I was and how I've gotten here. It took me a long time to get here.
Yeah.
But I'm finally here, so I'm not ashamed of all of that or anything. I'm actually really proud of it.
There's been a huge reaction to this. Like, people are like, their minds are blown that something like this happened.
I knew there was going to be a big reaction, but I thought it would stay like, you know, like in that YouTube, you know, everything.
It's like tabloid culture now. It's like every single thing has some kind of headline about you and what it means and the effects on MrBeast and all these different things.
It was crazy. I was trying to take a break. I was like, okay, it's not affecting me too bad, but I don't need to consume all this media and attention of myself. I'll delete all my social media. And then I get on Google and I go to open a new tab. And Google will recommend me articles about myself.
But you love it.
That must suck so much. That must suck so much. Yeah, like everybody, I mean, of course. That's the thing with the way that like transgender people are currently handled, or transness in general is currently handled. It's like it's a political hot button topic, which it doesn't need to be. There's no need for that, but alas, it is. And that's why everybody talks about it like that.
MrBeast and Chris Tyson. Yeah. And here's this thing like, about people hating you.
Please stop. I don't want to know about it.
Yeah. So you're just constantly being fed articles with headlines that are just blatantly wrong, right? They're lies.
And not only, it's like, it wasn't
true. It was a lot of misinformation too at the time. Yeah.
All hate, and it wasn't all support. It was from both sides, but there was also like a lot of people just, you know, they don't really know how to talk about trans people, so instantly they're like, Chris Tyson comes out as a trans woman, good for them. And I'm like,
even though you just said HRT,
yeah,
right?
I'm like, no, I didn't yet.
Yeah. Yet. Until today.
Yeah, until today. With Anthony.
I mean, I feel like we should
Only with Anthony. That's the only way to do it. Like, if you're gonna want to come out, you gotta do it with Anthony Padilla. Sorry, everybody who's maybe trans in chat or anything. Like, if you haven't come out in front of Anthony Padilla yet, did you really?
Take a moment on
Such a
that.
dumb
Like, how
joke.
does that feel, publicly saying in front of cameras that you are a woman?
For the longest time, to even say it to some of the closest friends, it would make me like my hands shake to say it. I would get so nervous. But now I can say I'm a woman. I'm happy to say I'm a woman. It's something that's honestly so freeing. And I think that is part of what the HRT did for me, was being able to accept myself and being able to look in the mirror and say, yes, you are a woman.
Every single person has something about themselves that they kind of want to be more of.
Yeah.
You know, and
feel
then
a
there's
little insecure about.
Yeah, even if it is just lacking confidence.
Yeah.
Even if it's just I want to be a little bit more confident in myself.
Yeah.
Here you are in front of hundreds of millions of people who have been criticizing you for every single reason in the book, and you're focusing on
Cis? Yeah, normal maybe. I wouldn't go with normal, but yeah, cis is real. The only people who are the only people who are offended by cis, first spelling correct by the way, are Elon Musk. Is Elon Musk singular? Weirdly enough, for some reason, I don't know why. RGG Studios removed the side story in Yakuza because it had a transphobic line to Kiryu. Oh, they removed the entire side story for a line? I see. But it's good that they're open. It's good that they're open for change, though. Yeah. Especially when it comes to remasters. Yeah, they can just like change stuff around. I agree. Well, I agree.
the way that you feel when you are most true to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
because he is divorced. Divorced people, divorced right-wingers are afraid of cis. Yes.
Your way to confidence
Because
is
this
to
is
wear a dress. Wear a dress. If your way to confidence is to get so swole you look like a bodybuilder, do that.
Is that what you're talking about, Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy is getting really swole, isn't he?
Yeah, he is pumping, man.
You see his Twitter
He
feed?
is jacked.
He is jacked.
He's getting there, man.
Came out of nowhere until I get my hands on him.
Oh,
And I Chris affect him.
Watch out, the Chris effect. Isn't that wild that people say there's the Chris effect, the Carl effect? Like one person can change or like infect the other brains of the other friends.
I mean,
such a dumb way of phrasing it, but especially on the internet, obviously. Yeah, what your friends do will have an impact on you. I didn't used to key smash until my friend started key smashing in the group chat, okay?
I've always joked that and I hate that people will clip it, but there is a smidgen of truth to it. Because Carl came down to North Carolina, small town, and he had bright pink hair.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, how do you have the confidence to like go to the grocery store and not feel like every single person is staring at you? And he's like, I don't care. And I was like, what?
What? You can not care what others think?
You can just not care?
Right.
Since when? I didn't get the update.
You know, there is a little bit of truth to the idea that a friend can come into a circle and they can show you what confidence looks like.
Yeah, they can show you what true confidence is. Because for a while, like I was like, yeah, I guess I'm confident, but it was all fake. It wasn't all real. And then I saw somebody come in and be themselves, and I was like, I want that. I want to be myself. And even though like I saw people make fun of Carl because of his hair, he would just shrug it off. I was like, I can do that. Maybe. Give it a couple of years.
You hear that, Carl?
That's very sweet. This whole thing is very sweet. This is just sweet. This is positive content. See, this is why it's hard to talk about positive content. What am I gonna talk about? Just say go yay every 10 minutes? Yes, that is the commentary that I have to offer for positive content. But we gotta share a bit of positivity every now and then too, no? And it's cool that they removed it since Kiryu is portrayed as an open man who will protect anyone he cares about, no matter if they're like cis, gay, trans, or straight, or whatever. Yes, that's good. I like that even Japanese publishers can be a bit more progressive. Remind me to send you the angry "Don't call me cis" bump. Okay, I will try.
You inspired someone.
You did it.
You mentioned taking hormones, and you mentioned that it saved your life.
Yes. For so long, every day, I would go to bed and I would have dreams, vivid dreams I was a woman, like my whole life. And I would wake up in the morning and it was just like getting ripped out of a reality that I didn't want to be taken out of.
So it was like the dream was the reality.
Yeah. There was times where I would just lay in bed all day and just sleep because it was more fun to do that or more.
Can you give Tenji a treat?
Can I give Tenji a treat? Asks Joestar. Well, we would have to get up and get a treat, but I've already watched this video and I can let it play and then I can give Tenji a treat. He's currently on my lap. I'm gonna pick him up. I can give Tenji a treat.
Let me see. To do that because the real world, I didn't feel connected to it. I've really never felt connected to my body until I started taking HRT, and like I was amazed. Like after 2-3 weeks, I just started having a mental clarity that it felt like a fog that had been around me just went away, and I could see things clearly. I could feel confident in who I was. I knew who I was finally, surely, truly, without a shadow of a doubt. And that is what really saved my life, because for the longest time, you know, like in 2017, 2018, I started gaining weight. I got really depressed because I pretty much thought that there was no way I was going to be able to transition ever, and I was just going to have to keep marching forward. And
yeah, that's no way to live. You're gonna be miserable your life. What treat does Tenji get? These are like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. What is this? They're called Unterwegsleckerlis. They're good. You can buy them at Kaufland. Here, have a treat. Yummy, yummy. They're very small little good treats. Do you like it? Yeah. Yeah. Tenji eating ASMR completed. I would like to put the rest of them over there now. It's chicken flavored. They're like as big as my thumbnail, approximately. And they're good, right? They're small little treats that you get, and they're called Unterwegsleckerli if you want to purchase them in Germany.
A life I didn't want to live. And
good boy.
I was just going to have to keep doing that until I couldn't do it anymore.
Hey, James.
What was the internal battle like?
We're wrapping up. We're just kind of watching a good vibes video after everything. I mean, it wasn't even that. We haven't talked about the most upsetting stuff ever today, because there's always more upsetting stuff somewhere. Oh, the go-to treats from our fave, a purchase land. Yes, buy land, purchase land. Yeah.
The thing I really felt hatred towards was myself for not understanding myself.
But we're not unterwegs. I know, right? Oh my god. We weren't even unterwegs, and yet Tenji has received an Unterwegsleckerli. That is crazy. I came late. Yeah, that's true. I do have to end very soon. I don't even think we can finish this video, honestly, because little man wants walkies, so I'm gonna be unterwegs soon. But hey, you made it to say hi. That's something. Yeah, you're talking about the remaster.
Also, internalized transphobia just made me feel, you know, there's not a lot of trans people in general, but there's also not a lot of trans people in my area, so the only exposure I had to trans people and trans issues were from, you know, the other end of the spectrum. And so I started to hate myself. I was like, oh, I'm pretending, I'm lying. And it took me so many years of, I ran away. I pretended it didn't exist. Multiple times I threw away every single pair of clothes I ever owned. I went to conversion therapy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty intense. It's not just feel good, but like the story has a happy ending. So
really did not want to be what you felt at your core was your true self.
I thought it was a curse for all of my life, and it wasn't until I started taking HRT that I was like, this is...
Yeah, that sucks. That's like the amount of pain that people go through. Like, people don't choose like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna do this now for funsies. And in my opinion, they can do that. If you want to do this now for funsies, do this for funsies. I don't give a shit. As a gender abolitionist, I don't care. But oftentimes, this is the story that's behind like a transgender identity. And then people have the fucking gall to shit on these people.
This is not a curse. It's a blessing. Like, I can finally be myself.
Or did you have a moment when you first realized that the way that you identify with your gender was different than what was expected of you?
I was 6 years old. My sisters went to camp. My parents were in the living room. I told my parents that I was going to build a popsicle stick airplane in my room. And then I went to my sister's room and went in their closet and grabbed as much stuff as I can. And I locked my door and I turned on Arthur. And it was the episode where there was ballerinas, and I just pretended to be a ballerina and danced around my room. And from that moment on, I was like, I don't know what this is, but I know I need to hide it because I don't think the people, I don't remember exactly what made me hide it at such a young age, but I think it was just like, you know, growing up in that area, going to, you know, a very like, very, very religious. Well, all churches are religious, but this one was extra religious. Super religious.
Religious XXL?
Yeah. It was the premium. And because, like, the biggest thing is, for me, I was such a forward-facing person that any kind of changes were instantly going to drum up questions. And so, like, for me, that's why I was so glad that even though I had, during this time when I put out that I was on HRT, I was very sure I was a trans woman. I was not ready to come publicly out yet.
Very valid.
So I was very
fair.
happy that like people were encompassing me into the gender fluid, because that is what I had identified as a while, and that gave me that ability to dress more feminine and people not be like, are you a girl, or what's your gender? What's your gender?
Yeah.
It's very, very annoying line of questioning, yeah. The missing exposure and education about these topics is still such a big problem. It very much is, especially where Chris came from, obviously, from the stories that she's talked about. It's like, you only have the bad exposure. That's the only thing you know about it. And then, of course, the only thing you're going to associate with what you're feeling is shame and self-hatred and all of that sort of stuff. And that's, you know... I said this was happy fun times, but that is obviously the correlation between like higher rates of suicidality within trans people. That's where that comes from. That's a part of where that comes from. Obviously, it is. But you know, she figured it out even without having the education and the resources available as a child. And it doesn't matter how late you figure it out. If you figure it out at a later point in time, that's fine too. That is why the right wants to keep it out of education, because it would help people. Yes, it would help people realize, and would help people realize sooner. Yeah. Exclusion is the precursory step to the persecution. Yes, that's very, very, very true. I mean, the biology, yeah. I feel like the biology is not the biggest factor, though, that is like what's upsetting to people. Like, you could... I just jump scared myself with my headphone. You don't know that, but I did. I scraped my headphone weird. Anyway, I don't think that the biology is something that most trans people struggle with too greatly. The social transition is the main thing. Like, being socially accepted is the main thing, obviously, that people want. Yeah, that's a drive that humans have. If you're socially ostracized from your fellow people and not seen as what you like identify as, that's how it's gonna be rough, you know what I mean? Yeah, you should be sure. You should be sure about doing it too. I do agree with that. You should be sure about what you're doing. Depending on the what do you call it? Procedure? Depending on what the procedure is that you want to do, you should definitely be sure about it. Now, things like hormone blockers, I think, are not as major, but you know, they still go through like a very rigorous screening process for anybody who wants to get those. But like hormone blockers, you know, when you go off of those, generally, depending on how long you've been on them, the effects are not too severe, but you know.
Do you feel like old Chris is dead?
Science should get off their asses and invent voice-altering surgery already. Now, voice surgery. I mean, there's training. I know they go about maybe changing my voice. Yeah, that's a segment we have. We could like skip to that maybe, since I'm kind of already over time.
Dead, buried, hatchet, all of it.
All of it gone.
I mean, you still have the reminders through the videos that will be permanently on.
Talking about the reminders and the pictures and the videos.
For the rest of eternity.
That's what I say to people who are like, but I miss the old Chris and I looked up to you. Hey, go watch the videos. They'll be there forever.
Was it more difficult for you to come out to yourself or to others?
Myself. Far more. Once I came out to myself, I came out to myself with my therapist.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have better restraint than I do. Well, restraint or being very busy, I guess. I have to go, and bye, Nessie, take care. Hormones can increase emotionality. I've heard that too, which I find funny because like I always think that it's kind of like a bit of a stereotype, but I do think there's some truth to that your hormones and how they balance within your body can affect your behavior and what you do and how you feel and how much you I guess maybe also how much you talk about those feelings, but maybe it's just the way that you feel and not necessarily the way you talk about your feelings. Once I shaved off my luscious amazing beard. Yeah, I know.
And it took.
Wait, we could skip to the voice part, but we could technically I have to leave is the thing, and we're only like halfway through the video. So how about I will just link you this video, and if you want to finish watching it, we're 14 minutes in. 14 minutes and 12 seconds is how far we made it in. We're just at the beginning of the part accepting myself, the chapter thingy. Yeah, it's like I'm still here. It's still you. It's always been you. You know what I mean? Will do. If you want. Hell yeah. Okay, very good. Because Tenchi, I think, requires some walkies. I mean, HRT is just puberty. Puberty is different for everybody. I cried a lot and was very tired at first. I mean, tired is gonna do that for you, right? I don't know. Yeah, puberty is different for everybody. I never felt like I'm generally not... It depends. It depends on what type of emotion we're talking about, but like I'm not the most emotional person ever. Despite being a woman. Crazy. I know, right? It's insane. I just like to complain. I like to complain, but I feel like that's a gender neutral that's a gender neutral trait. Now I'm just a bitch. Haha. That's the best outcome. It's like when you feed an Eevee a different stone. That's what you do with them, right? For evolutions for Pokemon, you feed them a different stone, and you were fed the bitch stone. And so, you know, that is how you became a bitch. And that's one of the best evolutions you can do with your Eevee. Yes. Like mom and sister. Mom and sister, then Zecke? Quoi? Well, from my experience with my ex-girlfriend on their period, hormones definitely affect moods, emotions, etc. See, I've never noticed a change before. I've been trying to like look at it more. I hear people say that, but like I've never noticed an actual change with my emotions relating to my period. Like so far, not yet. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just not seeing it or if it's like, I don't know. But like I have emotional breakdowns completely unrelated from my period. And sometimes during my period, I'm feeling absolutely normal. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not on birth control. Birth control fucks you up. Birth control fucks you up so much. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't have that, so maybe that's why. Juno streams later today, and you should go there. What are we streaming later today? I think it's Minecraft, isn't it? Juno's screaming. Juno's gonna scream about Minecraft later today. Zecke's a Pokemon. I am. Poor Vaporeon. I know, right? The internet has done terrible things to them. It's true. Yeah, it's different from woman to woman. That's true. Some have intense periods and some less. So that as well. And some have hormonal imbalances so rough they don't have them at all. Happens. You will scream. Have a fun time screaming in Minecraft about Minecraft. Make a lot of progress on all of your projects that you have. I hope many people show up to pop in and say hi. He says, mansplaining. Oh, nah, don't worry about it. You, as a man, are allowed to explain your own opinion. I'll allow it for now. That's a long word at the start. Stream. Puka. This is the end of the stream, maybe? I don't know that first word. Emotions are caused exclusively by hormones. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Me who doesn't know biology. Okay, cool. Legitimately. Biology is the one I was always worst at. So I don't know shit about shit, but so that's how that works. Now I'm imagining Juno making an entire stream about her ranting and screaming about Minecraft like an unhinged maniac. That would be pretty pog, but you need a lot of energy for that. Also, Tenji's ears are itchy, and he's asking me to itch them. Heard the story of how birth control came to be. It's good that we have it, but human experimentation, like it was disgusting for it. Yeah, birth control is fucked on many issues, but it's good that we have it. I think we should have it. I just think it should be better is all. Like, I know people, you can experience very bad side effects from birth control. So I've heard. I'm not bothered by such menial issues. Don't bother me at all. Because I don't do that shit. I'm simply above it. So I don't need to worry about that. Another asexual W. Looking at the flag. Like, yeah, this feels pretty good. Okay, anyway, yes. Minecraft collabo. I'll give you a linky. I won't redirect yet because it'll be in literally 5 hours. But if you want to save the linky for later, Juno's gonna be live. This should be the linky. And if you have time in 5 hours, you can check that out. It'll be a while. So I understand if maybe not. It's the ace buff. Don't have to care about STDs. Don't have to care about any of that shit. It's really good. It's really good. Thanks for streamies. Good streamies. I will now be leaving and I will be taking Tenchi on a walk. Is it a walk? Oh, a walk. Yes. He's fucking up my face tracking so much because I'm talking to him. Okay, goodbye now. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun. We'll wrap up the other topics next time, maybe. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do other things. Oh, my mom's already home and I haven't even gone outside yet. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Bye. Ciao. See you next time.